You know what? No. We gotta do this right. We gotta do this right. Because I came in late. From the top! Yo ho ho, yo ho 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 ho ho. Gather up all of the crew, it's time to ship out Binks's brew. Sea wind blows, who where to knows, the waves will be our guide. Or across the ocean's tide, rays of sunshine far and wide. Birds they sing of cheerful things in circles passing by. Bid farewell to Weaver's Town, say so long to Port Renown. Sing a song, it won't be long before we're casting off. Across the gold and silver seas, a salty spray puts us at ease. Day and night to our delight, the voyage never ends. Gather up all of the crew, it's time to ship out Binks's brew. Pirates we eternally are challenging the sea. With the waves to rest our heads, ship beneath us as our beds. Hoisted high upon the mast, our Jolly Roger flies. Somewhere in the endless sky, stormless winds are flowing by. Waves are dancing, evening comes, it's time to sound the drums. But steady men and never fear, tomorrow's skies are always clear. So pound your feet and clap your hands till sunny days return. Yo ho ho, 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 yo ho ho. Gather up all of the crew, it's time to ship out Binks's brew. Wave goodbye, but don't you cry, our memories remain. Our days are but a passing dream, everlasting though they seem. Beneath the moon we'll meet again, the wind's a lullaby. Gather up all of the crew, it's time to ship out Binks's brew. Sing a song and play along for all the oceans wide. After all is said and done, you'll end up a skeleton. So spread your tail from dawn till dusk upon these foamy seas. Yo ho ho, yo 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 ho. Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here, and welcome to the finale of my One Piece volume read-through. It's good to see everybody here. I had to do that for my final reading. I had to do that. I had to do it. But it's good to see everyone. Good to see Ogata. Good to see you, Kohagen. Good to see you, Sir Cashalot. Good to see you, Ozzy and Harlster. We are here at the final One Piece live reading of my whole series that I started 3 months ago. Can't believe that it's been 3 months of me doing this entire series, but I just have to say it's been an immense honor and privilege to just bring this entire series to the channel for all of you. And I enjoyed, let's just be honest here. let's just be honest here. Me singing this song, it does mean a lot to me because One Piece means a lot to me. So for me to sing this song that you can basically sing at any time and it fills you with happiness, because who doesn't like Bing Sake, huh? But yeah, we are here today on the final day of my One Piece series. We are reading volume 82 of the series titled The World is Restless. And as Kohagen said, we have 11 chapters to go through. It's not entirely heavy, but seeing as this is going to be my last stream of me reading One Piece volumes, this will be one that I take my time with. So, let's begin! The Story of One Piece, Volume 82. After 2 years of hard training, the Straw Hat Pirates are back together. First at the Saboriga Archipelago, and then through Fishman Island to their next stage, the New World. We're getting this and the top off your weekend. You're attending Anime Matsuri tomorrow? Awesome, Ozzy! Enjoy yourself! And then through Fishman Island to their next stage, the New World. The crew happens across Trafalgar Law on the island of Punk Hazard. At his suggestion, they form a new pirate alliance that seeks to take down one of the 4 emperors. The group infiltrates the kingdom of Dressrosa in an attempt to take down Doflamingo, Kaido's trading partner, and find themselves in a battle to liberate the kingdom from his control. After an exhausting battle, they remove Doflamingo from the land he torments. Luffy's team then sails ahead to catch up and regroup with Nami's team on the island of Zou. When they get there, it turns out that Kaido's crony Jack has already leveled the city. The Minks were hiding the samurai Jack sought, but to them, the Kozuki clan are like family that they would never sell out, even if their country fell to ruin. The crew is stunned by this heartfelt loyalty. Meanwhile, Sanji's family background is revealed, and events take a sudden, unexpected turn. So, for my final reading of One Piece volumes on this channel, and then I'll have all of One Piece on this channel, we are going to be going through chapters 817 all the way down to 827. And I'm going to give my final thoughts on me reading the entirety of One Piece on this channel and just reading the series from beginning all the way to where it is right now. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for joining me on this long journey of me reading nothing but One Piece. Thank you. It really has meant so much. The support, everything you guys have shown me during this entire read-through has been nothing short of phenomenal. You guys have blessed me for me to do this. I just want to say thank you, everyone who joined me on this. Chapter 817... Raizo of the Mists. And this is when they started, I think this is when they started changing up a little bit of how certain pages would have the title on the pages a little bit and not just have like a solitary cover page sometimes. Chapter 817, Raizo of the Mists. What do you think? Do I look dead to you? No, sir, not at all. You look very alive. And Jack is inside of his ship, which is heavily damaged, reading the newspaper. And since Jack is such a large individual, the newspaper basically looks like, well, the newspaper is about roughly the size. Comparison to Jack, him reading the newspaper is him akin to looking at a manga-sized book. That's how big the newspaper is to him, so he's already massive. And you missed the whole Raizo a safe speech and the lore that followed yesterday. On the bright side, your locks are on fleek. Well, hey, I gotta get my head touched up tomorrow as well, so I gotta look clean. No, sir,
Not at all. You look very alive, Master Jack.
Kurao City, Zou. I am grateful to all. I am grateful to you all. And now, as Kinemon starts to take off the upper half of his robe, observe! And all the Minks look in amazement at this big old tattoo that's on the back of Kinemon. Yes, that is it! Your Grace! Boss! It is just as Raizo bears! It's just as Raizo bears! The official crest of the Kozuki clan! Kozuki? So they knew each other all along.
And here we were worried about a clash with the Minks.
It couldn't be helped. It was a secret from us, too. They said that Doggy and Kitty have the crest too. Maybe the bond between them is much deeper than we realize.
I'll be honest, Dogstorm and Cat Viper. It is a surprise to me that that you are both still alive. Well, it was a close call, but we needed to wait here based on the pact of that day.
Exactly. We knew we could meet Yugara again.
Hey, Monster Cat, I was talking to Kinemo just now.
Oh, yeah? Well, I thought he'd get sick talking to Yugara, so I took over the conversation instead.
Please, you two, stop. Our long-awaited visitor has finally arrived. Yugara, finished here. Be gone.
Nah, you tuck your tail and scram.
Cat Viper! Dogstorm, stop this fighting! You were such close friends before. Why would you fight to the death like that?
Well...
I forbid you to fight again! Especially if what happened to Father is the cause! If Father saw you acting like this, it would be very sad!
And then Momonosuke, who's in his human form, is right here in front of everybody. Mind you, he was already in his human form when Nami stopped him earlier.
Lord Odin.
Momo?
Father? But Kinemon's right there.
Forgive us.
I am ashamed, Lord Momonosuke. You're right, of course.
Huh? Your Grace!
The boss is bowing his head to that boy. Could he be...
It is as Lord Momonosuke says. And this catches the attention of everyone. Forgive us for deceiving you. In fact, Lord Momonosuke and I are not father and son.
What?
Standing before you is the heir to Kozuki Odin, great daimyo of Kuri, in the land of Wano, Lord Kozuki Momonosuke. Daimyo of Kuri, Wano heir, Kozuki Momonosuke. Heir of the Kozuki clan? Lord Odin's son?
Forgive us for not realizing.
So, Momo's some kind of big shot?
If they are the family's vassals, he must be a very powerful lord indeed.
Meaning that to us, including Dogstorm and Cat Viper, he is our liege. But revealing his identity on our travels would bring down enemies upon us, so we enacted a ruse and pretended to be father and son. I did trust you to keep our secret, but I missed the right opportunity to reveal all.
So, you're not a family?
They look so alike. Sorry for lying to you. I am actually very important.
A very imp pervert indeed.
I said very important!
As Brooke is thinking about how lecherous both Kinemon and Momonosuke are. Thinking about how they're similar.
So what? What do you mean, so what? Grovel when you speak to me, Luffy!
No way! How come you being some fancy guy means the rest of us had to change how we act, you stupid jerk? Lord Momonosuke!
And then Momonosuke gets in a fight with Luffy, because Luffy does not care about titles, except the title of being Pirate King.
You're just a wimp who's afraid of heights!
A warrior is afraid of nothing, you brazen lout!
There they go again. Well, they are our saviors. You can't expect pirates to have manners. At least it is a good distraction for him, perhaps.
Curses! Onami Luffy is the most beastly man!
As Momonosuke buries his face in Nami's chest.
Now, there.
Get away from her, Lord Momonosuke, you wicked brat! As Momonosuke is enjoying the ability for him to, nuzzle himself in Nami's bosom. Hey, as Kanjiro's looking at Kinemo, who's getting all upset.
Oh, Momo, if your father is a great lord, then I suppose this castle has a lot of treasure.
Don't you dare! Goes Zoro and Usopp.
And it's only been a few months since then. I suppose the liveliness of those folks have been a blessing to him.
Let's have a ceasefire, Cat. If we let this drag on and on, it will only pain Lord Momonosuke.
Only for the sake of our liege. I might share words with Yugara, but not my sympathies.
I wouldn't have it any other way. And then they clasp hands together, and it's like, okay, truce for now.
Oh! It's a miracle! The King of Day and King of Night brought together by the power of Kozuki!
The two kings have made peace! And everyone is cheering.
Woohoo! I think I'm crying!
Guardian's Dwelling. And the Guardian's Dwelling is that big, giant, whale-shaped tree.
We're gonna climb the whale. Just remember the order of vines to cross, and it'll get you to the top. This is where
Raizo is? I can't wait to see the ninja! I get to see a ninja. Ninja! Ning! I do not feel good, Kinemon.
And because all the dudes are thinking about what a ninja's like.
Ning! You can wait down below, Lord Momonosuke. The closer to the whale, the louder the voice I hear. Your disposition is similar to Lord Odin's. There was another man who said much the same thing. Yeah, that reminded me of him too.
There's an entrance here?
And hidden doors after. You'd never know it.
And then they start going into a secret entrance inside the tail of this whale tree. And then they start making their way down some long steps.
Ugh, these stairs last a while. Watch your step.
I hear screaming from below,
goes Nami.
Well, here we are.
Yahoo! Where's the ninja? Ninja!
There you are, Cat Viper!
Ninja!
And before Luffy can say anything else, we get someone who's chained to a big old block going,
Why did you not hand me to your foes? Everyone who brought my food was injured! They told me the country was safe, but is it true? If you are lying to me, then know that you have earned the wrath of Raizo!
And mind you, I forget the sound of Raizo's English dub voice. I forget it, so I'm just going with the voice that I gave him. When I first started, voicing him during my series earlier. Ka! Ninja of Wano, Raizo of the Mist. And he's just like this big-faced man. He's short, is short in terms of his body stature, but he's a big man with a very big head, and he's dressed like his colors are very extravagant. If you saw the colors of him in the anime, you'd know what I mean.
What? That is not what I expected!
And Luffy, Chopper, Usopp, and Frankie are all disappointed in how Raizo looks.
Huh? Who goes there? Ka! Raizo! Oh, Kinemon, Kanjuro, Lord Momonosuke, you are all well! And you?
Is that the Kozuki clan crest?
Goes Robin.
And that stone, I've never seen one so red.
Disappointed! And that's exactly what Luffy and crew are just like.
And that stone, I've never seen one so red.
Yep, it's a poneglyph. The crest has been here for centuries, and I know about you, Garaniko Robin. I've heard that Ohara deciphered those runes. What?
Why is it colored red?
It has a different usage, apparently. Can you read it?
Yes. May I?
Of course. What is with you people? Why do you stare at me so intently?
Are you really a ninja?
What? How rude! These are the Straw Hat Pirates. Pirates?
Throw some shuriken for us! Stand under a waterfall! Do some ninja arts!
Show us the earth element techniques!
I want to see the fire element!
Water element for me!
They have a storm of requests! And why would pirates want such a thing?
It ain't because we're pirates.
It ain't because we're pirates. Every man loves ninjas. Why you are making me blush!
Have you ever gone out with a kunoichi, a female ninja?
Train your skills by jumping over ever-growing bamboo stalks.
Show me your doppelganger technique. And you have Zoro! You have Zoro and Law who are not even in the panel, who are all like, I want to see you do something too. Law! One of the more serious individuals with Zoro asking questions. Show me your doppelganger technique. Hide behind the ceiling and get stabbed by a spear.
Hold a scroll in your mouth and say, "Nee, nee."
Silence already! Don't push your stereotypes on me!
What?
Ninja do not say nin nin. Those ninja are a figment of your imagination.
Then what makes you a ninja with a figure like that?
Yes, a figure that has never won me points with a kunoichi. Don't bring that up! Listen, A shinobi is the master of a quiet but strong heart. One who lives in the shadows does not simply display his skills to others. This isn't a Masashi Kishimoto manga. Ninjutsu are not party tricks that.
And then everyone gets bummed out that he doesn't do anything ninja-like. Then he gives up.
Ka! Ninpo! Smoke escape technique.
And he throws down a smoke bomb, puts a scroll in his mouth, and then when the smoke clears, he's gone.
Ah, he disappeared!
I have not! I am right here.
As Raizo is right behind Usopp.
Ah!
And here, and here, and here!
What? He multiplied! Could this be?
Ninpo. Ninpo! Shadow Clone Jutsu!
Cool!
You want to know if I'm a ninja? Flower Shuriken!
And Raizo is doing all these things while Law, it actually shows Law watching everything. He's watching everything, and he throws a whole bunch of shurikens. And they go into the wall, and they form out the word shinobi.
Whoa!
I may be invisible to women, but I'm invincible as a ninja. Raizo of the Mist is upon the scene. Nin nin!
Raizo!
And all the people who were disappointed with him are screaming out loud that,
Yeah, we finally got a ninja!
So yeah, I love Raizo. That's the end of chapters 8-17. We got an SBS and we can move on to 8-18. Let's see. Question. Answer. Hello there. I suppose we'll get started with our question and answer and question. I recognize that face. You're Eiichiro Oda, aren't you? I hear you're having trouble with your SBS segment getting hijacked, so you tried to line up at the SBS arena first thing in the morning. Nice try, pal. I lined up 3 days ago, so I'm gonna say the words. Let's start the SBS. Sign Komashu. Answer. Whoa, I have to wait 100 years to try again? Question. Oda-sensei, I've got big trouble. Akainu is standing right behind me. What should I do? Sign Junpei T. Answer. First, stay calm. I'm going to show you the pose that will allow you to get past Akainu. Shape your hands in a 3 shape. Look up and to the left, and start whistling. This will help you slip past most major threats. Bears, ghosts, you name it. In the anime, even he cracked a smile. Yeah. Chapter 8-18, Inside the Whale. Decks of the World, 500 Million Man Arc. Volume 11, Baltigo. And we have Dragon, Koala, and Sabo looking at all the new information from everything that went down with Dressrosa, and presumably all the new bounties of Luffy and his entire crew. And it has to be because Sabo is grinning ear to ear right now while Dragon is just looking on. Man, when this man enters into the scene in One Piece, I can't wait. But I won't go any further. And then we have Raizo, who's getting, he's just chilling with, he's kind of letting Luffy, Chopper, and Usopp hide in his clothes on top of his hair. Even Chopper's doing an upside down hanging from his lip. That's how big Raizo is.
Enough with the nin,
because I keep going,
Nin!
over and over and over again.
Enough with the nin. You only saw my ninjutsu through coincidence.
Coincidence, you gave us a show! Huh? Are you guys crying?
Don't be preposterous. Men of Wano, do not cry. It's just...
and then it shows everyone else entering. It shows Raizo, Kinemon, and Kanjiro going out to the open so they can see the state of Zou.
When I first arrived here, it was not like this. The city and rivers were pristine. It was lively and buzzing with activity. The country was alive. Those crazy minks, loyal to a fault. On my honor, I will work to make this right. Forgive me. Forgive me!
As they're all 3 Wano men are just crying their eyes out because of what the minks have suffered, just hiding Raizo. And Luffy's watching on with a smile.
Hey, Yogara! Looks like the reading of the stone is complete! Come inside the whale!
What do you think, Nami? This is what was written on the poneglyph? Yes, I can definitely use this to draw a naval map. I'm pretty sure this can be used to identify a location, Robin.
This is why the whale forest is held to be sacred, and why the guardians are necessary to protect it. That red stone is called a road poneglyph. It is served,
and then, no, Inuarashi speaks.
That red stone is called a road poneglyph. It is meant to serve as a guide to the place the most powerful men on the sea seek. The endpoint of the Grand Line.
You mean to Raftel? The final island?
Precisely.
What?
However,
Raftel! That's the end goal! That's the king of the pirates! What? That thing says where Raftel is?
wait, slow down. However, there is not one red poneglyph in the world, but 4.
What? There are 4 Raftels?
No, let him finish the story!
Yes, this stone marks a point, but that point is not Raftel. Similarly, the other 3 red stones contain the coordinates for other points. When you know them all, and you connect the 4 points on a map, it will naturally appear in the middle of them. The location of the final island, which for centuries has only been reached by the king of the pirates and his crew, Raftel. Raftel.
So it's finally time! The place where we might find, or might not find, the One Piece! Alright, we're gonna go searching! Don't worry, I'll go get Sanji back in a jiffy.
Where are you gonna search? The world's a big place!
if you head for Whole Cake Island with Peckhams, then you're on the right track. At the 4 road poneglyphs, there's only one in an unknown place. There's only one in an unknown spot. One of them is here, and the other 2 are in the possession of pirates already.
Pirates, goes Law.
The Emperors of the Sea, Big Mom, and Kaido, King of the Beasts. Each of them owns one of the other 2 red stones.
What?
And both Brook, Usopp, Nami, and Chopper are all terrified that what they need in order to get to Raftel is in the hands of 2 of the most powerful pirates in the out there in the New World.
Good to know!
So we just gotta steal them.
Oh gosh, my vision just went black. So what? I'm gonna whoop them anyway, so who cares?
Don't make it sound so easy. I could ignore it as the distant future until now, but the thought of fighting them makes me almost pee my pants in fright! Yeah, I'll pee myself! Don't think I won't!
And goes Chopper. Then we have Nekomamushi.
The thing is, you don't even need to steal a poneglyph. Just make a simple print of the message. Nobody goes lugging these huge things around.
Of course! Just sneak in, make a quick copy, before anyone realizes it, slip off to Raftel, and boom! You're the king! You're the pirate king!
And then Luffy is... the face that Luffy has when Usopp suggests that he just simply sneaks inside quietly and then sneaks out with Sanji, and then the poneglyph copy is all like, I don't wanna. That doesn't sound fun. Like sneaking in silently.
What are you so disappointed about? Who cares about being manly? You rather wage war?
More importantly, I'm worried for Yugana's sake, Nico Robin. Anyone interested in the Void Century is out there collecting prints of the poneglyphs, but none of them's able to decipher the meaning. But when the time comes that they want to know the truth, big players from all over the world will be after Yugana.
And then everyone stops. After Robin? And then Robin just simply smiles.
I don't mind. After all, I've got very powerful friends who will protect me.
Whoa, you're gonna make me blush talking like that. Why aren't I pound anyone in my way?
You can't just rely on me like that. Whatcha? I won't let anyone lay a finger on Robin.
And if they do, I'll take their life and their money.
The entire Straw Hat crew, except for Zoro, are all like, oh, someone wants to square up and try and take Robin? Bring it on. Plus, she commented me, so, that's kind of nice as well. But yeah.
Hardy companions to have. By the way, how do you know so much about the poneglyphs? That story starts...
wait. Okay, let me see this. Oh, wait.
Hardy companions to have.
By the way, how do you know so much about the poneglyphs?
That story starts long in the past, when our Lord Kozuki Odin began to develop an interest in the stones. But that, too, is... Well, you mind if I tell him, dog?
Ugh.
And then Arashi glances over at Kinemon. And he actually glances at Momonosuke, who says,
I do not mind. There is no need to hide secrets from them. Tell them anything you wish.
What do you mean you don't mind? Trying to act all bossy again. I cannot help being bossy, you crude lout. I am important.
For generations, the Kozuki clan of Wano has been a line of stonemasons, cutting and carving stone. Even now, their skill with rock is unparalleled.
Stonemasons?
That's right. 8 centuries in the past, the Kozuki clan created indestructible stone documents. The poneglyphs.
What? So there you have it. The Kozuki clan are the creators of the poneglyphs. 8 centuries ago. They've kept that whole practice going.
What?
The clan that created the poneglyphs scattered all over the world?
Those stones that Ramen's been searching for? You?
I did not make them. It was my long-distance ancestors.
So do you know what's written on them?
They did not pass down the information. You must read the stones to learn the contents. And the only thing that was passed down was the way to read the ancient runes. But, most tragically, before Lord Momonosuke could receive the teachings, the process was cut short in his father's Kozuki Odin's generation.
Cut short? You mean Momonosuke's father is?
Yes, Lord Odin is. Wano is.
I am Odin! I was born to boil! And we have someone saying that. But we have Kinemon, Momonosuke, Kanjiro, Raizo, Nakamamushi, and Arashi all getting teary-eyed at the thought. Hey, it's fine! You don't have to explain it if you don't want to!
Lord Odin was put to death by the Shogun of Wano and the pirate Kaido!
What?
As they all fall to their knees just at the thought of this story.
Kaido?
He gave his life most admirably to save the lives of all of his servants. Kaido, Emperor of the Sea, and his Animal Kingdom pirates are in Wano.
You don't have to answer this question, but what did your boss do to get executed? Does it have something to do with you guys being captured and chased and stuff? And this is Zoro.
Yes, as you suspect, his crime was grievous. Kaido is attempting to pry information out of us. The old daimyo, Lord Kozuki Odin, rode with the king of the pirates, Gold D. Roger, to Raftel, the final island, and it was there that he learned the secret of the world.
What?
And that's the end of chapter 818. The big reveal that Kozuki Odin was a former member of the Roger Pirates. And he sailed all the way to the end. But we got an SBS before we move on to 819. Question. Oda-sensei, please tell us the hobbies of the worst generation. Signed KS9. Answer. Luffy, adventuring and parties. Zoro, training and booze. Law, wandering, collecting commemorative coins. I didn't know that. Kid, listening to music and weapon collecting. Apu, DJing and surfing. You're a devil fruit user. How you gonna surf? Beji, contemplating art and board games. Hawkins, interior design and bathing. As a hobby? Well, as long as you stay clean. Drake, loves reptiles and astrophysics. Bonnie, eating and Jenga. Killer, drums and cooking. Uruj, booze, debauchery, and mountain climbing. And Blackbeard, gambling and studying history. That's about it. With Blackbeard, that studying history bit does not seem far-fetched. And that's not even a dig at like what he's doing currently in the manga. I mean, given how methodical he is, this dude likes to learn the history of stuff in order for it to benefit him. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Question: in the grand ship collection line of figurines, there's one simply titled Trafalgar Law's submarine. Doesn't it have a catchy name like the Thousand Sunny? Signed, Aspiring Heart Pirates member. Answer: oh, they put one of those out, did they? It's called the Polar Tang. It's hard to work the names into the story, so these things slip through. Question: gorilla is yummy. I like Lassen's dolphin painting. Signed, Taro Sasaki. Answer: thank you for your letter. Chapter 819, Momonosuke, heir to the Kozuki clan. Decks of the World, 500 Million Man Arc, Volume 12, Future Land, Baltimore. And it's the Future Land where Frankie used to be for training for 2 years, tinkering for 2 years. And they're seeing his poster and whatnot. The old man that was scared of him when he didn't have a face.
Momonosuke's dad went to Raftel with Gold Roger? Your dad was part of the King of the Pirates crew?
And Momonosuke is still teared up.
A man who learned the secrets of the world, just like Rayleigh.
Yes, we know. We learned about everything that occurred. I get it. So you're saying Doflamingo and Caesar, working as an extension of Kaido, were trying to learn these secrets of the world or whatever from you guys since you were his servants.
That is the case. But Lord Odin made certain not to burden us with any secrets. We know nothing.
Yes, not that we would say anything if we did. But whether we know or not, our pursuers never cease, which leaves us only one choice: to fight. Lord Odin left us but one message before his death.
Open Wano's borders!
Huh?
We served our master Odin. We were meant to be his shield, and in the end it was he who saved our lives. Now that we live with this terrible shame over our heads, our only choice of action is to dedicate our lives to his dying command. We must strike down the Shogun of Wano and open the closed borders of our country.
This is Kanjuro and Raizo speaking, respectively.
That is our deepest desire. Wano is essentially in a lockdown state through the combined strength of the Shogun and Kaido.
My word.
Back home, the seeds of rebellion are slowly being fomented, but they are still mere chaff before the might of the enemy's army. Victory is but a distant hope. And yet we must win. Therefore, we went out to sea in search of stout allies to assist our cause. Our first destination was Zou.
Yes, the Kozuki clan and the Minks have been aligned for ages, and swore a pact to join our fates as one.
And this is Inuarashi.
And above all else, me and Dog are Lord Odin's direct vassals. The day Raizo arrived, all of our warriors were prepared for our inevitable fight.
However, once the battle began, we ran into just a single troop of Kaidos, and ended up in this sorry state against Jack's forces.
Don't say that. It was only because the enemy used that dirty weapon against you.
There's no such thing as being disqualified for fighting dirty in war.
Right.
But it won't go like that next time. We shall not fall into that trap again, for we have an ace up our own sleeve to unveil. The next time we fight, they shall see the true power of the Minks.
And thus, I have a request of you, Sir Luffy. And of you, Sir Law. It pains me to beg favors after you have already saved our lives, but your strength overwhelms me every time. If you are willing to accompany us in our struggle, then I ask for your help in the battle to strike down the Shogun of Wano and Kaido, Emperor of the Sea.
And then Luffy's just looking on.
Whoa! Yeah! Now this is more like it! The samurai and the Minks! That's a lot of power to have on our side!
And that's Usopp, with Luffy going, "No!
Don't turn them down! What's wrong with you? Are you insane? Hang on. Don't count that answer. I'll get him talking sense.
Actually, Luffy has a point.
Huh? Nami?
We need to negotiate this.
No! Don't you dare!
As Nami says this with her eyes turned into berry signs. What are you, Momo? Just a figurehead? Speak up for yourself! Aren't you the guy in charge? Aren't you the commander over all these mighty men? And you're just gonna stand there and cry?
Knock it off, Luffy! Stop getting mad at an 8-year-old child!
Luffy, being an heir means that he doesn't need to be in charge until he has come of age. Let the adults around him offer guidance and...
That's right. Come here, Momo. I'm sorry about what our idiot said to you.
But I must quibble with your methods here!
And then Momonosuke starts walking towards Nami, but then walks past her.
Gaze out upon it. That is the world, Momonosuke.
As someone is saying this to Momonosuke. And then Momonosuke walks over to Luffy and looks up at him.
We are surrounded!
Light the fires! Mother! You must flee. There's an escape route. Everyone flee!
Your father is a fool of a lord.
I want to defeat Kaido!
As Momonosuke says that with tears in his eyes towards Luffy.
Kaido is responsible for my father's death. My mother, too, was put to death. I want to be an adult, to grow strong, to avenge father and mother. I want to protect all of my loyal servants.
Lord Momonosuke.
That's all I wanted to hear.
You gotta have grown old and sentimental.
Shut up!
But I am too small. I cannot do it. So I want you to help me fight. Luffy! See for yourself. I am begging you for...
And then before Momonosuke can bow his head to Luffy, Luffy stops him and goes,
I get it now. Let's team up. It's an alliance. I'll take down Kaido.
as he puts his hand out. 'Cause that's all Luffy needed to hear. He's not going to help anyone who doesn't want to help themselves. But if they have the heart and the grit to seize that future for themselves, you got the power of Luffy on your side. And, well, frankly, given everything that he's overcome in his life, that's a power that has yet to be fully challenged yet. But as Momonosuke looks up, he goes,
I am unworthy of such help. I am unworthy.
no, you're supposed to grab it, like bam! And then everyone else is smiling.
Yes, he might butt heads with an 8-year-old child, but perhaps the person who gives Lord Momonosuke the most respect is none other than Sir Luffy himself.
And thus the pact is formed.
And what about our pact, Straw Hat?
Huh? You don't mind, right?
I don't, but still.
All right, that settles it. We're all on the same page to beat up Kaido. It's the Ninja Pirate Minko Samurai Alliance.
That's so long.
Do we
Do we...
need the ninja part?
Yes, obviously. Listen up. Don't ever bow your heads to me again. Don't get on the ground. An alliance together means we're friends. Wrong, goes Law, because that's not how he sees it. Now that we're in an alliance, there are conditions.
Aha! Wait, shouldn't that have been mentioned beforehand?
We're missing one of our members.
Ah, the Sanji situation.
What? By Big Mom? I didn't hear about this.
It happened.
It happened while you were asleep, Gara. It happened while you, Gara, was asleep.
I'm going to bring him back, so hold off on fighting until then. The good news is that Sanji's really tough. Having him on board is like having the strength of 1,000.
I see. That is good to hear. But are you sure? This is Big Mom of the 4 Emperors.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm not gonna fight her. I'm taking Lion Viper. And in that case, I'm worth 2,000.
Sure you are.
Because hearing that, Zoro's already feeling jealous that Luffy's comparing Sanji's strength to 1,000 people. So Zoro's all like, if he's like that, then I'm 2,000. Calling Sanji 1,000 strong. I'm 2,000 strong. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. Jealous.
Lion Viper?
And Nami's all like, yeah, sure. It's okay, Zora. It's okay.
Lion Viper?
Guardian's dwelling.
Today has been a day of miracles.
And this is Wanda.
True. Duke Dogstorm and Boss Cat Viper were once the closest of friends, and on the day they finally returned from that long journey, close to death.
I wasn't even born yet.
Goes Carrot.
They were already locked in struggle. Such animosity that even a shared glance caused a fight to the death. What could have happened between them?
Pedro and I were children at the time.
A feast of reconciliation for our two kings. We can wake up and go to sleep whenever we want now, whenever we like now. Are the Straw Hats here yet?
And then we cut to the outside of Zoe. We have visual confirmation, Master Jack!
Yeah, I can see that. To think I have to come back here. Sheepshead, I did not expect you to return to me. With the words Rizo was not here, was not there.
And Sheepshead is bound in chains, hanging in front of Jack, and he's been beaten senseless.
The Minks are a very hardy people. What if some escaped the gas and then nursed their fellows back to health?
We cannot tell Master Jack that we were driven out by someone.
And this is Jin Rummy saying this.
If you have them on the ropes, finish them off for good. Mercy only breeds annoying vengeance.
4Kids dub? Oh no, this is not 4Kids.
If you have them on the ropes, finish them off for good. Mercy only breeds annoying vengeance.
Either way, they're weakened. If we invade, we can wipe them out in...
No need to invade them. We kill the elephant.
And that is the end of chapter 819. We got another SBS and we can move on to chapter 820. Question. Hey, I just noticed something. Is it possible that in a scene where the cat viper is singing in the bath, he's actually singing Beethoven's Ninth? Just kidding. Oh, I know. Trust me. Look, D. 4Kids was the first time I got into One Piece. I had no idea that it was truly one of the worst things possible. About the only solid voice actor in the entire show was the voice actor for Zoro, who they called Zolo. And then you have Sanji, who was always having a lollipop in his hands. Hey, Zolo, don't take this too seriously. Oh love, oh sweet love. To see your shining face is absolutely amazing to me, Nami. Like, oh, 4Kids would never reach this point, ever. They barely made it out of, what was it? They barely made it out of, I want to say, I don't think they even made it to Jaya. They didn't even make it to Jaya. Man, the 4Kids dub was absolutely horrendous. If you guys want a good example, watch Tekking's watch through of multiple episodes of 4Kids. 4Kids One Piece. They were like several years ago, but they still hold up. Just how bad these episodes were, how horrendous they were, and how 4Kids butchered One Piece almost beyond recognition. But I'm happy to say that I've been put on the right path. And Robin sound like Eliza Doolittle from My Fair Lady. Let me join your crew, Straw Hat Luffy. I got a southern drawl because I had a cowboy hat on. That's the only reason why they gave Nico Robin a southern accent. Because 4Kids dub were on the same level as, how do you say, Sasuke? As how you say Sasuke. Oh! Can I tell y'all real quick? My dad, when I introduced him to Naruto, or at least showed him characters from Naruto, he would see the names of them and he would say like, Naruto and Sasuke? Not Naruto or Sasuke, but oh my goodness. Memories of telling my family about different animes and watching them try and say the names. Funny. The one time I introduced my mom to One Piece, she said she liked Kizaru and just the way he behaved. Like she said he was like, oh, I like him. I like Kizaru. But yeah, but let me continue here. Hey, I just noticed something. Is it possible that in the scene where the cat viper is singing in the bath, he's actually singing Beethoven's Ninth? Signed Samurai Ryota. Answer. Oh, good call. It fits perfectly. I never realized that Beethoven's Ninth had lyrics. Try singing them in music class at school. Question. There's certainly a lot of old men in One Piece. Is it a coincidence of the story setting that there are so many old characters? Or do you just have a bad case of gotta draw old men or I'll die-itis? Sign. Bootylicica? It literally says Bootylicica. There are people out there who still call Naruto. I remember when Cartoon Network Naruto was on Cartoon Network, and they had that one lady announcer who was announcing shows. She would call it like,
Next up, after Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, it's Naruto.
I remember when they did that, and I kind of went like, it's Naruto. But that's me. We'll talk about that later. Answer. I love old dudes. I think that both men and women grow deeper and more interesting as they age. They're very often fascinating figures. However, reality means that you also grow physically weaker as you age. I've always had a deep disgust for young people who insult and disrespect their elders for this inevitable fact of life. So one of the fantasies that I depict in One Piece is in a world in which old dudes, old ladies, grams, and pop-pops are still kicking butt and taking names. You'll be old like them one day, too. Wouldn't it be cool to be this tough? Can you imagine someone as old as Whitebeard living in real life and he's just massively strong? And then you says, like, I was stronger than this in my younger days. And it's all like, what? What were you? A monster? Just imagine someone say Orochimaru. Not Orochimaru, just Orochimaru. And then Kabuto. We got Orochimaru and Kabuto. One of these days, I'm going to have a session where I'm mispronouncing the names of Japanese characters on purpose, just to see how bad it is. Question. Since you're the author of One Piece, have you ever worn a One Piece dress? Also, how old is Silver's Rayleigh? Signed, Jabras Rayleigh. Answer. I always wear a One Piece while at work. Rayleigh is 78 years old. On that note, Roger would be 77, Garp is 78, Sengoku is 79, and Otsuru is 76. All these people in their 70s. Also, speaking of people in their 70s, it's my grandmother's birthday today. I think she is 70... Hold on. I had to double check. Today is my grandmother's birthday, and she is 74. She is 74. So yeah, and she's still very lively. She literally was just on the phone talking to us not too long ago before I started the stream. But yeah, or calling Yusuke Urameshi Yusuke. Yusuke! But yeah, Roger would be, Rayleigh is 78, Roger would be 77, Garp is 78, Sengoku is 79, and Otsuru is 76. Chapter 820, Cats and Dogs Have a History. Hope you guys don't mind if I take my time with this. This is my final volume read-through. But Chapter 820, Cats and Dogs Have a History. Decks of the World, 500 Million Man Arc, Volume 13, Birdie Kingdom, as it has the villagers on in the Birdie Kingdom where the villagers and the giant birds live. They're looking at the news and Chopper's brand new wanted poster, and many of the children are dressed up like Chopper Man.
Ah, I see. No wonder that straw hat looked familiar.
That's what Dogstorm said too. You guys all know Shanks?
Cat and I rode on Roger's ship for a time.
What? You were part of the Pirate King's crew too?
That would be one way of putting it. We accompanied Lord Odin and his retainers everywhere he went, so we also rode on Whitebeard's Moby Dick for a time.
Huh?
It was from there that Roger scouted Lord Odin and we joined him, of course.
Wait! Whitebeard?
In generational terms, Lord Odin was more of a kid or an apprentice back then, like Shanks and Buggy.
Wait! Stop! My mind can't wrap itself around these facts!
And at the time, I couldn't wrap my mind around the fact that Odin was a person who not only sailed with Roger, but also sailed with Whitebeard as well. So this was a whole bunch of brand new knowledge.
Wait, Whitebeard? Wait, stop! My mind can't wrap itself around these facts!
But we didn't join him on the trip to Raftel.
Okay, Odin, Dog and Cat were on Whitebeard's ship. Then,
this ain't a trip down memory lane.
We had a lot of fun back in those days. Yeah. We encountered so many unknown races, lands, climates, a sea of clouds floating in the sky.
An island under the sea with its own sunlight. How my heart raced each and every day. How I miss those days of adventure.
You guys were trying to kill each other minutes ago, right?
So, were Kinemon and the rest of you on Whitebeard's boat too?
No, we were always on Wano.
In fact, our job was to attempt in vain to keep Lord Odin from boarding the ship of a pirate. For in the isolationist land of Wano, it is a crime even to set sail, and Lord Odin was somewhat of a malcontent, who long expressed doubts over the laws that kept our nation closed.
We had personal contact with Whitebeard, Roger, and their crews when they landed on Wano. They were honorable men, not wicked, yet it would be a tremendous scandal for a daimyo to ride with pirates. As his vessels, our duty was clear.
Well, anyways, you all know Shanks. Rayleigh too?
Yes, of course,
Goes Raizo.
If you rode a Roger ship, then that was from my shipbuilding master. It was Tom's famous Oro Jackson.
What? An apprentice of Tom the shipwright?
Then you must also know their Dr. Crow.
Wait, Brooke! Sorry to interrupt, but I just want to make sure of one thing. I'm starting to worry about the path of our travels. Look, here's our log post, but we're not following it now. Isn't that a problem? After we met Traffy, we came here to Zoe by coincidence, through a Beaver card. And also by coincidence, we gained this information about the road poneglyphs. But according to Crocus back at Twin Cape, if you just follow the log, all of the routes eventually converge into one. I just assumed that was where Raftel would be.
Crocus! What a fun, familiar name. How is Crocus? Is he well?
Yeah, he was doing great. That was 2 years ago, though.
Back then, he was always searching for this one pirate crew.
That was my crew, and they're all dead now.
What?
Are you listening to me?
And then we get Inuarashi. Well, Dogstorm.
Yes, I understand your point. If you are curious to see where the log leads you, you are free to follow it. There is a point where all three needles point you to the same location. However, on your Yugara travels, you have already begun the next adventure.
Huh? What do you mean?
Normally, it is when you reach the log's endpoint that you come to a realization about the mystery of the ancient writings on the poneglyphs, and the civilization that gave birth to them, and the existence of Raftel, the final unseen island. From that point, Roger started his adventure anew. Crocus was a crewmate of the King of the Pirates, one of those who knows all. He would not lie about that unless he disliked Yugara. Are you the navigator? There's a firm head on those shoulders. Don't worry, you are not on the wrong path. Continue on your way.
And then this causes Nami to be happy to know that as a navigator, she's been doing a pretty bang-up job.
Okay.
Whoa there! I didn't follow all of that, but it sounds like our navigator's pretty special!
He said I have a good head on my shoulders. I mean, I knew that, but...
3 cheers for the future navigator of the King of Pirates!
And while that's all being said, Luffy is just patting her on the back forcefully like,
Oh, good job, Nami! Good job, Nami! Good job, Nami!
and then the next panel is Nami beating down Luffy for hitting her on the back.
Stop whapping me! That hurts!
Ugh, gosh, you guys have so many connections to true legends. This is making my head spin like when we met Rayleigh.
I met Roger's crew as well, but my memory of it is hazy. I was too young.
Ah, that's too bad. Liar! Roger died over 20 years ago. Who are you getting him confused with? Lord Odin's adventures were so rich and numerous, we'll have to go more in depth someday. So, there are many things for us to take care of.
Okay, who's saying this?
So, there are many things for us to take care of before we fight Kaido. We must make preparations. As I explained earlier, even back in Wano, we are recruiting samurai who will fight for our cause. And before then, we want to get in... Oh wait, let's see, who's saying this? It's Nekomamushi.
And before then, we want to get in touch with someone. It never hurts to have more power on your side.
Who's that?
The former commander of the Whitebeard Pirates 1st Division, Marco the Phoenix.
Marco?
Oh, right. You guys are friends. Will they come help us? No, wait. There was an incident a year back. Don't get your hopes up. Even if we find him, the likelihood is low.
I'm pretty sure I know that guy. Marco. The one that like a pineapple. Him! And that's how Luffy remembers Marco, because he looks like a pineapple to him.
Marco and the other remnants of the Whitebeard pirates clashed with Teach and his Blackbeard pirates 1 year ago, in what the world calls the Grudge War. After that, the commander and his folks just up and disappeared. But if Marco is still alive, then I got a good idea of where he might be now.
Whoa! They fought with Blackbeard? And then Robin chimes in. They did. It was quite a large battle, with each side bringing in plenty of help. In the end, Marco's group was obliterated. It was only after this major confrontation that Blackbeard was first included among the list of the 4 emperors. So that's the story! Darn that Blackbeard!
It was a huge deal, man!
After I blacked out during the Paramount War, I found out that the Whitebeard pirates helped save my life. That's Ace's brother! Take Ace's brother and go, Jinbei! Wish I could see him again and tell him thanks.
Well, my point is that we still need to make our own preparations.
Okay, I get it. Then let's agree on a place to meet up after we split.
We will find more compatriots in Wano and fine-tune our plans.
Is it safe for you to return? Isn't the Shogun after you?
Yes, but I am worried for my companions.
You'll be safe on the trip with our submarine. All you need is a place to hide on the island.
I'll take some fighters and go looking for Marco. We'll meet up in Wano. Let's make a Vivre card from Kinemon.
Aye.
There they are! It's Raizo!
And we have someone screaming and running, and it's a whole bunch of minks. There you are, Raizo! Welcome back! I am glad you're well.
Those ropes did not hurt your wrist, I hope. We're sorry for tying you up, Raizo.
Let's have a feast! To Raizo's well-being and the reconciliation of our kings and the safe reunion of the Kozuki clan!
Curse you, minks. Curse each and every one of you. Ninpo, I love you, Jutsu!
As Raizo jumps up into the air.
Raizo! Mean!
Yeah, it's a feast! Wait just a second, Luffy. Haven't you done enough feasting? Gah! As Nami grabs hold of Luffy's head. We're going back to the ship, or do you want to be too late to help Sanji? Huh? Why would you be... I'm going with you, of course. I feel responsible. Besides, how do you expect to cross the New World Sea without a guiding hand?
I'm going too! Peckham is gravely injured. He needs a doctor!
And this is Chopper saying this as well. Plus, who's going to play you music when you're feeling down? Security tab. The last security tab you'll see me peel out of my book of my One Piece series. The last one. The last one. Gotta be careful, though. I don't want to take anything off. This will be the last time you see me peeling off a security tab for a manga. Man. 3 months. 3 months. Plus, who's going to play you music when you're feeling down? Let's go see Master Cat Viper. That won't be necessary. Hey, stop leaving me out of things! I was there when Sanji was dragged away too, remember? I'm gonna take them along, Kinemon. Is that okay?
No one would dare stop you from taking back your companion. In fact, I wish I could join you. I have my own debt to Sir Sanji. Forgive me for not going. This infiltration plan is getting less likely by the minute. If you bust up the ceremony, make sure to scamper back here pronto, okay?
Get Sanji back, guys!
Goes Frankie and Usopp respectively. Oh, Luffy, if you should happen across any poneglyphs, bring me a rubbing, please. Okay, sure.
What is he, an errand boy?
I'm going to look into Kaido's poneglyph over in Wano. And then something starts happening. And all of Zoe starts shaking. Huh? And everyone gets tossed off of their feet as they violently get tossed around.
The
Ah! The island is rocking! Ah! Zunisha's trumpeting! What's going on?
What's that shaking? This has never happened before.
Huh? Whose voice was that? And that's the end of chapter 820. Onwards to chapter 821. Understood. And it's just a whole bunch of trumpeting going on as all of Zoe just starts tilting heavily.
The houses are collapsing! Ah! Get away from the buildings! Grab onto trees for dear life! What's happening to Zunisha?
If you're there...
Lord Momonosuke! It's the voice again!
What's wrong, Luffy? What do you mean?
What do you mean? You don't hear that?
Hear what?
You too?
Who are you?
Do it quickly.
It is the loudest voice I've heard yet!
Fire!
And we see cannon fire being aimed at the leg of Zunisha down below.
Concentrate fire on the left front leg! It's working! It's working!
Of course it is. Even an ordinary elephant panics over a single bee. If this thing's really been alive for a millennium, then its skin's gotta be old and decrepit. A living legend. A living legend? Ha! It's just a feeble old geezer. That's more than enough firepower.
As they're actually shooting into Zunisha's leg. And actually tearing out chunks of it. Now, here's the thing. Due to the graphic nature of an animal having itself gored, it's shown in the manga, but it's heavily censored in the anime itself. Zunisha's leg gets hit, but you don't see pieces of the leg missing. That's the difference in the manga and the anime. They tone things down.
That's more than enough firepower. Keep your aim steady. If we can bring it to its knees and draw its head closer, then I can finish it off for good. I can pluck out its eyes, cut off its tongue, tear its belly open from the inside.
And even Jin Rummy is looking like, you crazy. But all of the Animal Kingdom pirate ships keep firing at Zunisha.
Hurry. Give me the order, if you are there.
What do you mean, order? Explain first. Who are you?
Luffy, who are you talking to? We don't hear anything.
And Momonosuke is holding his head. But I can only hear it. It's not speaking to me back. I can't tell who or where it is. I've heard that Goldie Roger and Lord Odin said the same thing when they visited this place. They heard a great voice, but they couldn't have a conversation with it. And we see the elephant as Zunisha looks down at Jack and his crew. And then we see Momonosuke as it zooms into the view, and this vision that's coming from the elephant gets shown to Momonosuke, and it shows Jack. It's Jack! Jack is attacking the elephant!
What?
With 5 mighty ships in the direction of 9 o'clock!
How can you tell that from here?
Zunisha's under attack?
So Jack is alive after all.
Momo, how can you tell that stuff? It just flows right into my head. I'm scared.
It hurts. If I collapse, you are all in danger. Then send out the ships. We must attack Jack at sea.
Yes, sir! As all the minks get ready to do battle. The source of the voice is Zoe itself!
A long time ago.
Long ago, the elephant committed a great crime, and ever since it has only been allowed to walk. It must continue following its orders.
Therefore, I just need permission this once. Give me the order to fight!
As it shows Zunisha walking, still walking, but, Jack and his crew are still firing at the leg of it.
It's working! It's gotta fall! Serves you right!
Momo, you say it! Huh? I feel like your voice will reach it. If the elephant goes down, we all sink into the sea.
but I cannot possibly shout loud enough to just yell, the elephant's dying! As the elephant starts to lean towards the water. Don't give up, Zoe! Don't collapse! Drive Jack away! And that's when it seems like the elephant is about to fall. It plants itself just like, remember Whitebeard? When he got fired upon and everyone thought he was about to fall back, but he plants his feet and he goes like, "Orewa Shirohige-da!" And he comes right back up. Zoe has that same moment where it keeps itself from falling, and he stands planted. Drive Jack away!
Huh?
Understood.
As the elephant stands directly in front of Jack and his crew, with its trunk starting to go up. And then we see Jack looking in utter horror.
The trunk?
As the trunk goes up. And what goes up must come down! And it starts to make its way towards the ocean, faster and faster, ripping through the waves. And all we see is the trunk get closer to Jack, and then everyone on Jack's ship is screaming, and all we see in the panel with Jack is just Jack looking at darkness. Because in the next panel, in this double spread panel, we see Zunisha destroy every single ship in one swing. Good Lord, this is gorgeous. This is a gorgeous panel. And all of Jack's ships go sailing into the air. Jack being beaten. His horn weapons and everything get broken off. His face mask gets broken. Every single ship that was trying to fire on Zunisha just finds its way sinking into the waves. And Barriette is seeing this.
Emergency!
And we see Zunisha continue to walk away.
It's calm again. What happened?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't see anything or hear any voices anymore.
Are you saying that Zunisha sank Jack's fleet with its trunk?
Yeah, that's right! With one big swing!
As Barriette said it, is telling all this to everyone.
This is tremendous. I never once considered that Zunisha had a will of its own, much less that it could communicate with us.
Did Lord Odin know about this power of Lord Momonosuke's?
Hey, what's going on? Why the dark looks?
We are simply stunned by this sudden event.
Until we figure out how Jack got here, the blunt truth is that this place just ain't safe anymore.
Oh, I see. Well, good luck with that. Wouldn't that be crazy if Zoe was on our side?
You're so carefree. Nya, nya, nya.
Well, we're about to take off, so give us a whole bunch of food. On an island in the New World. Gotcha.
What?
Ow! We lost our connection with Jack. It cut out abruptly while he was at sea, Kaido. And that's the end of chapter 821. Onwards to chapter 822, but first another SBS. Question! I have a question for you. I'm currently in a fight with my little sister over Perona's age. Please bring an end to the hostilities. And tell us her height, please. Her height too, please. Signed, Jerry Pop. Age 12, 6th grade. Answer: Perona is currently 25. What an ending for a chapter. Seriously. Hey, we lost contact with Jack. Kaido. Someone calling Kaido directly. I can't wait for the next chapters. I can't wait for it. I'm gonna conclude this series strong today. I'm hype. Massively hype. Perona is currently 25 years old, and she's 5'3", and she's 5 feet and 3 inches tall. Sorry, Kohagen, but they're using American measurements here. That means she was 23 when the Straw Hats fought her. Moria took her in when she was a child, so she looks up to him like a father. She believes that Moria is alive somewhere today after his disappearance in the Paramount War.
Question. Which is more powerful, King Punch or Happiness Punch? Happiness Punch. Signed, Captain Nobuo. Answer. Well, Happiness Punch knocked out Cobra, King of Alabasta, so I doubt Elisabello stands a chance against that. See? I was right. Question. The other day, this funky dude came to my house claiming to be the missionary of a something or other club. He was mighty suspicious, so I called the cops on him at once. But then I wondered, was that Gambia? If so, I feel kind of bad about that. Signed, the chimney lasts until you get home. Answer. That was a close one, actually. Gambia from the Bardo Club is a missionary for the religion of Mr. Lufanity. He was about to give you a sermon about the miracles created by Mr. Luffy and his crew of pirate disciples. I wouldn't mind hearing that. Chapter 822, Descending the Elephant. Decks of the World, 500 Million Man Arc, Volume 14. Sabaody Archipelago, Angry Management. As the very people that kidnapped Brook and basically turned him into a superstar and profited from his success are ripping apart the newspapers and bounty posters of Brook, who, left them, and they no longer have, Brook being their cash cow anymore. So they're just incredibly upset that their cash cow is gone. Like, they got money, but they ain't got that Brook money. Now we got Chopper.
There! That should do it! A mix of the medical knowledge of Cherry Blossom Knowledge Kingdom and the herbology of Birdie Kingdom. Tremendous!
And this is Miyagi. The goat mink.
You've totally staunched the bleeding. Only because the forest had the perfect plans for the job!
Brilliantly done, Dr. Chopper!
You can't butter me up like that. It won't work on me, you jerk! But it's going to be quite an ordeal to change out the bandages. We will be responsible for that.
Yeah, we've got this.
Zunisha has been our homeland for 1,000 years.
I don't think I should do this too often.
We have enjoyed its comfortable safety from the day we were born, so perhaps we have forgotten something important. A fact with which we are confronted anew today. That we have always been given life and support by this great being below us, and that every life must eventually come to an end. If it does have a will, then I wish to ask it a question. For these 1,000 years, what have you been walking towards?
That's a very good question. Zunisha has been apparently committed a crime and has been forced to walk, but where is it walking to? That's actually something that I've never thought about. Even now, that's actually a good question. Zunisha supposedly committed a crime many years ago and has been forced to walk. But walk where? Kurao City, Mokomo Dukedom.
You will remain? Here on Zou, you mean?
You will remain?
Here on Zou, you mean?
Yes.
And why? You will remain?
Here on
Zou, you mean?
Yes.
And why would you remain here?
I do not know what I ought to do. However, if it is indeed possible, I wish to have a conversation with Zunisha, that being that has lived for a millennium. Why was my voice able to reach it? Does it know something about the Kozuki clan?
I see.
I had a hard time figuring out who was saying what here.
I see. And yet there are those who await us in Wano.
It is fine, Kinemon. I have been thinking that it is necessary to protect Zou from Kaido's threat. In either case, we cannot simply roll into Wano all at once. I plan to remain here for a time. I will bring him with me later.
Ah, thank you. So we will split into 4 parties then.
The team going to Wano will be Zoro's Law and Kinemon on Team Kinemon. Marco's Search will be Cat Viper, Nekomamushi. Whole Cake Island will be Team Luffy, which includes Luffy and Peckham's. And then the Zou team, Team Dogstorm, will be, Inuarashi, Shishilian, all the Minks, and Momonosuke.
The problem is how to communicate. I know that foreign lands have those mollusks.
The transponder snails, you mean? But our land has no such custom.
Really? I saw some wild ones in the forest.
You want me to make you some? It's real easy.
Huh?
As Frank is ready to make them some transponder snails so they can communicate. Whale Forest, outside the Guardian's dwelling.
Hey!
Ah! Why
You alright? Speak to me!
I'm right here. No worries.
A turtle! And then, a turtle? And Peckham's head pops out of his body.
Good grief. A guy can't even get some peaceful bed rest. Get out!
Wait, so you're Turtle Viper?
I can see you finally lost all sight of my actual name now. It's Peckham's. Get out! I've got the powers of the turtle fruit, and my shell's as hard as diamonds.
Chomper said he'd be responsible for healing you up.
I see. No reaction to the diamonds remark, eh? Go! Thanks for the medical care. I'm even more indebted to you.
So let's get going to Big Mom's place.
Wait just a hot second. I'm nearly in critical condition over here. I can't believe this. Of all the guys to owe my life to, it had to be you.
As Luffy puts just wraps up Peckham's on his backpack on his back, and then just takes him. Guardian's dwelling. And someone jumps off a tree by a branch and lands right next to Nagamamushi.
Boss.
Huh? Pedro.
Sanji is this country's savior, and he was abducted from within our realm. I know that it's a small team, but aside from Peckham's, the thought of not a single mink taking part in the mission would be a grave stain upon our honor.
You gonna sing? You wanna go along?
Yes. No cutting in line, Pedro. The Duke's Dogstar Musketeers intend to fulfill that duty. Butt out of this, Sicilian. The last thing this mission needs is a noisy fusspot like you gotta. I am not noisy! Dumbledore's Sicilian said calmly.
In that case, let me go. I have been with their group the longest.
Wanda!
I do wish to serve as Dr. Chopper's assistant.
Tristan! And we fought against Luffy. Remember, Pedro? BB, Roddy!
And Nami loves using my tummy as a bed.
What good will that do, Pastor Yomo?
Pastor Yomo. I forget that the big giant sheep's name was Pastor Yomo.
And I wanna keep chewing on the bones of Baron Corpse. As do I!
Me too!
Now you're just making requests. Stay out of this, canines.
I understand your desires, my fellows, but leave this one to Pedro.
But why, boss?
Peckham's is with him.
Ah.
Pedro's the only one capable of keeping Himgara in check.
And then we have Usopp.
That tool there uses pop green growth and has an augmented surface, thanks to Frankie's help. It's the tool of the century.
You just squeeze this?
Are you listening to me, Nami?
As Nami has a brand new climb attack that she presses in one spot, and it extends from both ends very rapidly. I won't. I refuse.
Watch out! Ah! It's stretched!
This is too long, Usopp.
Because you extended it too far. Listen to the explanation. You need to practice with it. This tool can extend and shrink freely with minimal use of force. It's your new climate baton. I implemented all the Wertharia devices that you gave to me. The only thing is, I don't know what you meant in Sabaody when you said you wanted a magic wand, so that'll...
Just like a magic wand. Oh, it's so easy to hold and swing around.
Depend on you?
I knew you could do it, Usopp.
Ah, watch out!
As she's just casually and aimlessly creating rain clouds and lightning clouds all over with the Mings dodging away.
What high-level ninjutsu!
How wonderful. This really is the amalgamation of all Wertharia's climate science. It's the sorcerer's climate baton I've always wanted.
Thank you, Usopp. Ooh, me? Shucks. Now, as for the cost of the materials...
Mirage tempo.
Don't try to skip out on me!
As Nami literally tries to turn invisible so she doesn't have to pay Usopp.
Zo's main gate.
And I'm gonna say this is Luffy saying this. So there are 6 of us. Good to have you along, Pero.
It's Pedro, and I won't get in your way.
Yeah. As Peckham's is tied to Luffy's giant bag of food.
Be careful, Nami. Thanks. You too, Wanda.
What? Why is Pedro coming along? Get out! I'm tagging along with the group as someone who's known Yugara for years. What's that supposed to mean? Get out!
Listen,
We know how he is. That's a pretty good chance that he's perving out and loving the idea of getting married. Hold on, let me make sure I didn't skip out anything. I didn't. Listen, we know how he is. There's a pretty good chance that he's perving out and loving the idea of getting married.
The sad thing is, I can't deny that out of hand.
Hey, it is what it is.
So long, Sir Luffy. We await you in Wano.
Take care, Luffy! Goes everyone.
I'm gonna get working on some anti-Kaido weapons.
If anything happens, just call us.
I'll have the samurai of Wano following my lead in no time.
And now I shall assist with the elephant descent.
No need, Kanjiro. No need, Kanjiro. As Luffy wraps his arms around Nami and everyone else. And he jumps off of Zunisha with everyone in his arms. He just jumps off with everyone in their arms. Bye! Bye! Don't worry, we'll get Sanji! And everyone is literally awestruck that Luffy would jump off with them, just casually skydive off of a giant elephant. And everyone is shocked to see this. And we have Pedro with the confused face. We have Nami as if she's about to die. We have Chopper whose eyes are widened over. Peckham's Brook's soul literally leaves his body. See ya in Wano!
You bet.
Try not to let Big Mom spot you. She's an emperor of the sea.
Yeah! Here we go! And then everyone is just screaming. And they're just screaming on the way down.
And so, Luffy and his Sanji retrieval team headed for Whole Cake Island and Big Mom, the Emperor whom they already picked a fight with. Meanwhile, on the Grand Line, in Alabasta, the Kingdom of Sand.
Hurry, father!
Slow down, Vivi. Why are you in such a good mood?
Can you blame me? It's been so long since I was last at sea.
As we see Vivi with Karoo and Chaka and everyone getting on a ship to go somewhere. And that's the end of chapter 822. We got another SBS and we can move on to 823. Question. Hello, Oda-sensei. When the Straw Hats bounty posters got updated, I was so excited. By the way, where and how did Nami's bounty picture get taken? It's so sexy. Signed, Yutiko loves Nami's voice. Answer. It's the second time in a row she's been doing a centerfold pose. In both cases, the situation went like this. Hello, I'm a writer from Blah Blah Weekly. This part is a lie. Wow, you're gorgeous. May I take your photograph to put on the cover of our magazine? Well, if you insist, as long as you make me look good. And then someone takes a picture. Can you do it with effects? Hold on, let me see if I can do it. Luffy saying, yeah, here we go! Hopefully that worked. And hopefully that didn't jack up my sound. No, we're still good. Yeah, we're still good. Let's keep going. Yeah, I heard a little bit of it. I had to listen to it. Okay, but it seems like this person saying, I'm a writer from Blah Blah Weekly. Wow, you're gorgeous. May I take your photograph to put on the cover of our magazine? Well, if you insist, as long as you make me look good. So obviously, this was a Navy man who took Nami's picture in order to update her bounty poster. So yeah, Nami was tricked into making that pose just so that her bounty poster could be updated. Question. Personally, everything about Nami in the New World is right up my alley. I'm all about enjoying my Nami love through anime, merchandise, figures, game DLC, and so on. As the author, do you think it's sleazy that this is one of my main sources of enjoyment from the series? Nothing sleazy whatsoever, just as long as you don't go too far. Signed, BSL. Answer. I feel like Nami's gotten more popular lately. Maybe it's because she hasn't been around for a bit. Anyway, you're feeling guilty about thinking of the characters in a naughty manner, aren't you? Ha ha ha. Well, I have no problem with this. For any of my characters. A teacher of mine said that your manga world is
that your manga world is a product to be sold, and a real professional doesn't tell the customer who bought it how they should enjoy it. And that is not just with manga, but that is with literally everything, like from video games and everything else. It said that your manga is a product. Your manga world is a product to be sold, and a real professional doesn't tell the customer who bought it how they should enjoy it. I agree with that philosophy. You may interpret, fantasize, and enjoy it however you wish. I'm just happy knowing that you're reading. Question: was Nami named for her dynamic breast size? Sign: Hiromu. Answer: don't parents usually name their children when they're newborns? Chapter 823, The World is Restless. Decks of the World, 500 Million Man Arc, Volume 15. Not going back to the Bowen Islands yet. And we have Heracleson, who is on the back of a giant Hercules beetle, flying across the ocean, reading news about Usopp's brand new bounty. Alabasta, Kingdom of Sand.
Take care!
Your Majesty!
Princess Vivi!
Vivi looked very excited to be out.
And we have Toto and Koza.
She's feeling like a pirate again, I suppose. Just when she seemed to be acting regal.
Hello, Hina speaking. I've just left Alabasta. I will be escorting the Nefeltari family to Marijwa safe and sound. Our expected arrival is
Princess Vivi! As we see full body and Django, you know, trying to be all nice to Vivi. But we have Navy HQ Rear Admiral Hina. Remember when she was just a captain? Now she's a Rear Admiral.
Princess Vivi!
Princess Vivi, please get down from there.
Ah, what a lovely sea breeze.
Princess!
Princess of Alabasta, Nefeltari Vivi.
What if a great monstrous bird should appear and snatch you away? What if a sniper has his wicked sights trained upon you? What if a meteorite falls upon your head?
Don't be such a worrywart. Vivi's had experience as a pirate. Shh. As Igaram tells Pell to be quiet about that. Hold on. You try to do a live read-through series and you try to bring it to a nice finale, and the dogs in the other room are all like, I want to be heard across the whole house. But Igaram is trying to shush Pell about her experience with sailing with the Straw Hat crew. Hold on, let me make sure my audio has not changed. No, we're good. All right, good, we're good. But Pell is being shushed by Igaram, going, have you lost your mind, Pell? The Navy is all around us. And then we have Cobra, who's coughing. And then we have Chaka.
Please take care, Your Majesty. If your health is poor, we will pull back at once. No, I am fine. Ever since the day I met Nico Robin, I have had questions for the world government.
Too many obstacles stood between me and my dream.
Goes, and this is King of Alabasta, Nefeltari Cobra.
About the poneglyph, you mean? Exactly. I am determined to attend this year's reverie. If possible, I wish to learn what it is the Nefeltari kings of the distant past did to the world.
And then we have Vivi, who jumps out of the crow's nest. She just casually backflips out of the crow's nest, much to the horror of Igaram. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out! Oh! Me! As Vivi lands, safely on the ground, right in front of Igaram.
Ah! Please behave yourself, princess!
How do you feel, father?
Not well. I might not last long if only my daughter can find a husband before it's too late.
There you go again, using your sickness to try and guilt me into getting married.
Listen, I've got piles and piles of pictures of suitors.
Toss them all out.
As she winks at her father. Rogue Town, East Blue. Congratulations on your enthronement, Majesty. Our historic hotel was built for the sole purpose of housing the nobles who come to attend the revelry every 4 years. I do hope you enjoy your stay.
It isn't bad. It isn't bad, is it? It isn't bad, isn't it, darling?
Queen of Goa, Sally isn't Toinette. So, isn't is a verbal tick of hers. Sally isn't Toinette. Rather pedestrian, really. A view of Gold Roger's execution stand is the best it has to offer. Well, please do ease the fatigue of your travel here, King Stelly. I will. Now be gone from my sight, trash. Remember Stelly? All the way back in Sabo's Pass? Yeah. He's the king of the Goa Kingdom now. The countries of the world are in a restless state due to an event that happens once every 4 years in the holy land of Marijwa, in the center of the world, the Reverie. Here, at the very highest of conferences, the monarchs of 50 nations will come together to discuss and debate the world's most serious topics and agree upon a shared direction of the future. But given the prudent and cantankerous natures of the most powerful of figures, the meetings are not always tranquil. Kano Kingdom, West Blue. So Don Sai, has not returned yet. The war is over now. It seems we will make the reverie in time. There are so many things I need to get off my chest. Evil Black Drum Kingdom, South Blue.
Oh, really, Dalton? The Cherry Blossom Kingdom? How shall I drag you down in a ruin, I wonder?
As we see Wapple just right back to his old evil ways again. As if him being a poor man selling toys underneath a bridge wasn't, a way to him have some humility. Cherry Blossom Kingdom, Grand Line.
What did you say?
You don't have to look so displeased. I'm offering to be your doctor on the trip. Aren't you happy?
As we see Dr. Correja just inviting herself to travel with Dalton. Land of Passion, Dressrosa.
I can really go? It will be as my attendant. What do you say?
I'd love to. Thank you, Viola. It's very exciting.
As we see Rebecca and Mancheri apparently going to be traveling with Viola and King Riku to the Reverie. Kingdom of Prudence.
King Riku, I turned down the battleship escort. You wanna visit the Holy Land together?
Why does everyone seem to treat this as like a vacation?
What's wrong with that? It's like a big festival.
Ryugu Kingdom, beneath the red line.
I cannot. I'm scared. Luffy made a promise to me.
Princess of Ryugu, Shirahoshi.
And you will have your brothers and the Neptune army to guard you.
Oh, what a bother.
When we meet again, he's going to take me on a walk in a real forest on the surface. Yes, of course. Luffy will be able to take you much farther if you want, but this trip is directly upward. We are only surfacing in Marijwa, and you will have your brothers and the Neptune army to guard you.
Oh, what a bother.
Father, what if we let Shirahoshi skip this one day, Randall?
If we're going to petition to migrate Fishman Island, we've got plenty of signatures already. Mambo! But if she doesn't come, then that makes it sound as though we're saying we don't trust the humans. Oh dear.
King of we have Ryuboshi, and then Momboshi, and then King of Ryugu, Neptune, and then Shirahoshi. Didn't you learn anything from the Straw Hat crew? This upcoming meeting is the greatest desire of our mother Otohime, so let's go together. And Fukaboshi, and Shirahoshi silent. Meanwhile, Luffy's group.
A bit to starboard. Okay.
Okay, like this? A little more.
Come on now! Put some spirit into it or we'll sink! Shut up, you! Everyone's all wiped out at the moment because you had to jump from the top of the elephant like an idiot!
Thank you. Once again, I can savor the joy of being alive. Oh, and also, I'll get you for this. Everyone is not okay. Everyone is not okay after jumping off after Luffy forced them to jump off of Zunisha and just plummet all the way down to the Sunny. Everyone is not okay at all.
See? Now we're a bit off course. Turn to port.
Okay, I've got it.
Okay, I've got it.
See? She's perfectly fine.
Wow, we really are in the water. This big heavy boat feels like it's floating in the air.
Mink Musketeer. Carrot.
What? What are you doing here? Carrot?
Carrot! Why? And Carrot is just there with everyone.
I decided to tag along. Got you! Ah! Nami! Chopper! They're in carts!
Shot.
Ow, you're hard!
Sorry, we have to take the ship back.
No, don't turn around. Wano's going to be furious with me.
So you'd rather be a bother to our saviors, Carrot? We're infiltrating the lair of an emperor of the sea, not going out to have fun.
I always wanted to go on an adventure at sea. Please, I'll do anything. Just take me with you. I'll make sure not to cause trouble. I brought lunch, juice, snacks, extra clothes.
And it's really just 2 carrots for lunch, for lunch and a snack, and a canteen of carrot juice, it seems, and just 1 pair of clothes. How long is that gonna last you?
A good half day. I mean, the sea's a pretty big place, right?
What?
What? It'll take multiple days! Even going straight there? How can any place be so big? Truly, the ocean is a wonderful place.
It's sea, not land.
It's a wonderland.
It's sea, not land.
I'll never spend the night away from home. I've never spent the night away from home.
Well, you're on board now, so we'll have to make do. Can you fend for yourself in a fight?
Yes, I can. Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. I can.
And then she sees Luffy biting her carrot,
Who said you can eat my carrots?
and she immediately launches at Luffy.
My throat. Luffy, rub her head.
And Luffy starts rubbing Carrot's head, and she immediately gets like a cutesy face, and she lets go of Luffy.
Gah, that was close. I nearly died. You're pretty tough.
It's fine. You can have the carrot. Luffy nearly lost.
And this is Chopper looking at Luffy, who's down on the ground, completely tired because Carrot blitzed him so fast. Well, she is a good fighter. Wow, when did you get up there, Pedro? As Pedro is already in the crow's nest. I'm hungry. Let's eat, Luffy says after eating a full carrot. Somebody cook up some food.
You're all useless. I'll whip something up. You just watch the waves for me. And it'll be 5,000 berries per person.
Wait!
And then a news crew goes over to Pedro.
There goes my allowance. What other option is there?
Really big headline today. I'll cook.
What?
Long rumored mystery location discovered after decades. Baltico, HQ of the Revolutionary Army, already in utter ruin. And that is the end of chapter 823. Onwards to chapter 824, Playing Pirates.
What? The revolutionaries got beaten?
And you gotta are the revolutionary dragons.
Oh, Sabo! That's my brother!
Huh?
The one you said you met in Dressrosa? Your other brother, the chief of staff? That's the number two man of the Revolutionary Army.
What kind of trio of brothers are you? Huh? Then this guy dragon next to him is... Like... Yeah, remember what your grandpa said 2 years ago?
Your father's name is Monkey D. Dragon, the Revolutionary.
Dragon, chief commander of the Revolutionary Army. He's your father, remember?
And this is the first time that Luffy is seeing the face of his own father in the paper.
That's my dad? You just put it together?
What? Luffy's father is the boss of the revolutionaries?
Why wouldn't you be curious? Your father's so famous. Robin said she was working under him all that time we were apart.
Oh, it's the first time I've seen him. Doesn't look like me. More importantly, I'm worried about Sabo. Well, a picture's not the same as seeing someone in real life. Yo!
Hey, Luffy!
It says that through an anonymous source, the location of the Army's HQ was revealed.
Hey, Luffy!
But by the time the Navy and Cypher Pole arrived, the Blackbeard pirates had already leveled the settlement to the ground.
Blackbeard? Those guys! I'm adding that in.
Why would Blackbeard attack the revolutionaries?
That champion guy fought Sabo back in Dressrosa. Maybe that had something to do with it. It says Blackbeard clashed with Cypherpole briefly before fleeing, but there was no information about fatalities in the article.
Hey!
And Chopper's trying to get everyone's attention. If your father or brother were captured or killed, that would have been major news. So perhaps we can assume they're still alive.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Hey, Luffy!
Jeez, what is it already?
Thanks for cooking and everything, but is that supposed to be happening?
As we see the kitchen is on fire.
Ah! I forgot to turn off the stove!
And then there's a slight explosion.
Ah! Something exploded!
Put out the fire!
Wait, there's a storm coming.
What?
And then they're all about to be caught up in this major storm.
What is this, Electro?
Hoist the sails. The winds will rip them to shreds.
What about the fire?
The rain will put it out.
Whew, that was lucky.
Nothing about this is lucky!
And then we have them getting tossed and turned in the waves.
You help too.
I'm half dead. Get out!
And then we're on Zoe.
You're saying Carrot is out at sea right now?
Yeah.
Wait.
You're saying that Carrot is out at sea right now?
Yeah!
Why didn't you tell us sooner, Barriette?
I apologize. Well, I apologize, Wanda. Maybe I should have told someone and stopped her.
But Carrot has already packed up her stuff and... Aha! Be honest. She bought Utia off, didn't she?
As an arrow points to some bananas that are right behind Barriette's back.
But Carrot didn't want to betray you, Wanda.
And then Wanda just pats him on the head.
It's fine. I'm just glad we know where she is. I was more worried about her being missing. But she'll be safe if she's with Luffy's group.
And then Barriette is just eating some bananas.
Please, take your rest now, Your Grace. I will have extra guards in place.
I suspect that the enemy has a Vivre card. But how did they get it? I only hope that the card was lost with the ship Zunisha sank.
Do you think they'll come back?
We must be vigilant.
Indeed.
As we look out at the ocean. And then we go into the ocean where Jack is laying in the water, thinking to himself,
Come quick and pull me out.
as Jack is able to, be underwater, but since he's also a devil fruit user, he can't move in the water. In a certain land.
Jack's attempt to recapture Joker ended in failure.
And then someone is crying and drinking.
That puts an end to our agreement for their smile artificial devil.
Oh, wait.
Jack's attempt to recapture Joker ended in failure.
And they're drinking.
That puts an end to our agreement for those smile artificial devil fruits. Then we can't make any more gifters.
He's a crying drunk today.
But we said we'd make the greatest crew ever, entirely out of power users.
And it's Kaido who's crying his eyes out.
And before the dream could come true, he got worked over by a bunch of kids. Poor Joker. All because you were such a terrible weakling. But Straw Hat's the man of the time.
But Straw Hat's the man of the times. If you underestimate him.
And then Kaido starts chugging more and more booze.
If I underestimate him.
As he puts the wanted signs of Law and Luffy in front of the faces of some of his subordinates, he then takes a massive arm back and holding this gigantic Kanabo, he then hits both of his subordinates that are holding up these wanted posters and sends them flying straight through the roof of wherever he was, out into the distance.
If I underestimate him, then what?
And he sends them all flying. And they go flying so far off into the distance that the only thing we see is just the tattered remains of the wanted poster out a far distance from the sea. And then Kaido starts drinking. He starts drinking and then he lets out a loud,
"Who do you think I am?"
And then everyone around him just goes,
Ah! He's turned into an angry drunk!
Straw Hat Luffy, Trafalgar Law, I know what they call your generation. Little whelps proud of wiping out mere warlords of the sea, but you must realize that you've messed with my business. Hey, I bet you can warn those idiots in your generation. Run away now while you can. All we're doing was playing pirates. Eustace Captain Kidd.
as it shows Captain Kidd inside of a cell, bloodied and beaten, slumped over. Kaido worked him. Back on the Thousand Sunny, as it looks like it's snowing outside. It's cold! We patched up the roof! And it's both Luffy and Chopper who did it.
Very nice work.
All right, the storm has passed. We patched up the roof that blew off, and we kept the food safe. So now you can get to eating my cooking. Now you get to eat my cooking.
Yay! Food! We're starving!
And then they all scream. Ah! Oh, that good? It's my curry. It's my kitchen sink curry.
Luffy, Ride is inedible unless you cook it.
What's this bitter purple stuff? It's full of fish bones!
An enormous mass of jam. There's something clear and sticky. What did we ever do to you? As it looks like something that Shion would make, and that time I got reincarnated as a slime. But unlike Shion, Luffy's cooking doesn't look terrible and taste good. It looks terrible, and it pretty much tastes terrible as well. You guys are really rude considering I made this for you. And then he eats some.
Blah! See? We told you! This isn't edible!
Don't flip the table over!
Sanji would be mad that you're wasting what is technically food!
And then Nami goes into the storeroom.
Huh? All that food we loaded. Gone!
Oh yeah, I screwed up a bunch, so I used it all.
What? A week's worth of food all for us?
I figured you'd be hungry. And so, in just the first day of Luffy's journey, the crew was at risk of starvation.
What are we supposed to do now? I'm so hungry.
Sanji, come and save us! As Luffy apparently is being beaten up by the whole crew. Several days later, Big Mom's ship, Shippy, Whoa, I thought this was snow, but... Whoa, is it the cotton candy flurry?
That phone's been ringing off the hook. Sweet. It is le signal d'urgence. It is le signal d'urgence. It means we have entered le territoire. It means we have entered le territoire de mama. Does that signal extend to that spot over there? Very good. That is the TOT 28. The 28 TOT. It is a base military that houses a platoon of le Big Mom pirates. If this were not Mama's ship, we would suffer, boom, le bombardment. Do not be stubborn, mon ami. Follow Gemma 66's example and enter the Big Mom's pirates operation. That is what your follower beaucoup desires. He and I have been through for ages. I'm only going to clear all of this up.
And this is Sanji saying this to Baron Tamago.
Ease your hostility. Mama is in le mood of felicitations. Mama is in le mood de felicitations. She is aware, of course, that you are the comrade of the foolish straw hat, and that you worked as le cuisinier aboard the restaurant in the East Blue. In fact, she admires you for these qualities. Depending on your skill, she may offer you an even better position. Enough of the jokes. The only use for these hands of mine is to cook food for my companions, nothing else. I survived a horrifying hell to train my skill. I'm sure they're missing my food by now. I can see their tearful faces. C'est absurd. I would never make a dish for the kind of people who would destroy their own partners without blinking. Ah, you mean Beckham's. He made his business personal. Beji was right. Baron Tamago, Vito. We've got a photo of Lady Pudding for Whole Cake from Whole Cake Island, Lelo. It's a little gift to ya. After all, it's hard to marry a girl you just met, right on the spot. There's no difference from seeing her a few days ahead. I'm not getting married. Just take a look, Lelo. Just take a Lelo look. This is your bride-to-be. The 35th daughter of the Charlotte family.
And Sanji's eyes and tongue shoot out of his head as we see the image of Charlotte Pudding. And Charlotte Pudding is an incredibly gorgeous individual. And she has her hair like in pigtails, a low-cut shirt, and she has like this little bit of a cutesy face. But Sanji loses it at seeing her appearance. And that is the end of chapter 824. Onwards to 825. But first, another SBS. Question. Hello, Oda-sensei. Doflamingo certainly grew to a very large size. What are his favorite and least favorite foods? Does he like apples? Does he hate green peppers? Signed, donuts. Answer. Let me guess. You like apples and hate peppers. Doflamingo's favorite food is lobster. That's one of my favorites. His least favorite food is barbecue. You are already dropped a level in my book. Too bad. Barbecue's really tasty and fun. I guess he has some bad memories about it. Go figure. Well, actually, yeah, they did try to barbecue Doflamingo alive when he was a child. So anything, when something looks like they're about to be cooked, I think he avoids it. Because it reminds of how he was almost cooked by those angry civilians. I see it. But yeah, you still not liking barbecue. You've already dropped down a level. Who doesn't like barbecue? Well, people who don't like me. But you know. Question. I noticed that the reindeer mink Chopper fell in love with is also on a t-shirt worn by another mink. He's a rival! Signed, Taka Taka. Answer. Yup, there she is on the shirt. You'll notice it says Milky. Milky is the Madonna of the Guardians. You're correct that she's a reindeer. That's the only species of deer in which the females grow horns too. It's a chance Chopper might never get again. Think he'll make a move on her? So we have someone for Chopper out there. Don't know how old she is though, because Chopper's like what, 17? Don't know how old Milky is. Question. Odachi, I ask thee, why doth Sabo grow out his hair? Select any all that applieth. 1, to copy Ace. 2, to show off his blonde hair. 3, to look cool for Koala. 4, for fashion. Personally, the third option would make me happiest. Signed, Sweat Ninja. Answer. The answer is 5, to hide the large scar on his face. If you look closely, you'll notice that when facing him, that the part that is slightly to the left, if you'll notice that when facing him, the part is slightly to the left. leaving more hair to fall over the right side of his face. In his case, the scar isn't exactly a badge of honor. It's the scar he gained when a celestial dragon tried to kill him. Chapter 825, Comic Strip. Decks of the World, 500 Million Man Arc, Volume 16, Witheria, got a dress to impress for when Nami visits again. And we got all of the old dudes who are on top of Witheria, and they are all dressed up fashionably. Long gone are the Gandalf the Grey robes that they were wearing before, or the robes of Yen Sid or Merlin from the Sword in the Stone. They are dressed to the nine, nice suits, they got hats, wondering where they got it from. They probably went down to the surface to exchange information and bought some new stuff, but the old dudes of Witheria look clean. Then we have Big Mom Ship. Shippy. Yo-lo-lo-lo! I used to read that comic strip in the WEJ, World Economic Journal. You know, the one called Sora, Warrior of the Sea, with that dreamy giant robot in it. Sora, the hero who can walk across the sea, lelo, teams up with a transforming robot in Seagull, lelo. It's a tale of a naval hero who risks his life to fight the army of evil Germa 66. People all over the world, lelo, love it! Nyo-lo-lo-lo! From what I hear, the story was based on the true exploits of heroes within the Navy. In other words, it was propaganda for the kids. The Navy is always just and mighty and so on. Nyo-lo-lo-lo-lo-lo! But that wasn't what got me fascinated with it. It was Germa, the army of evil that used a variety of forces and weapons to make the screws on Sora each time. Sure, they always lost in the end, but I cheered like heck for him. You guys were the best, man! We're the best, man! Yo-lo-lo-lo-lo-lo-lo!
Don't include me in that group. I have nothing to do with them.
Yo-lo-lo-lo-lo! Don't be like that, pal. As a matter of fact, I'm excited to meet you in person at last.
Tell them, not me.
And then Sanji tries to push in a door.
Hey, open up.
And the door itself comes alive, and it goes, door! And it just opens up. So, as I was saying,
this is my room. Don't follow me in here.
It's my room, too! So let me out, darn you! I don't deserve this kind of shabby treatment! I'm a genius scientist!
As Caesar is locked up in a cage with sea prism stone handcuffs on him. So that way he doesn't just easily slip through the bars. What? You haven't given up yet? Yo-lo-lo-lo! We were ordered to capture you and bring you back, Caesar. But this guy's a different story. He's the bridegroom to tie the Vince Smoke and Charlotte families together. He's worth a lot more. Yo-lo-lo-lo-lo!
I'm not getting married. Get out. Now get out.
Get out! He just said something rude to Vito.
Fire Tank Pirates Hitman Gotti, which is a very large man who's got like this big chain and an arm that has a Gatling gun on it. His right arm is just a full-on Gatling gun. This man could take some cues from Barrett and, you could just take some cues from Barrett. Whoa, hang on, Gotti. It wasn't anything bad. Thanks for sticking up for me, buddy, but we're just playing around.
We're not playing around, Gotti. Now you and Vito get lost.
That's it. You've done it. I don't care about myself, but I won't forgive any man who insults my pals.
Take it easy. Let him off the hook.
Nah, don't bother forgiving me. I'm not here to make friends.
Gotti! Do you realize that that's the son of Vince Smoke? If you put so much of a scratch on his face, then the Godfather's head will fly from his shoulders. Don't you get it?
Says an individual who looks eerily similar, almost scarily similar, to Lola.
Maybe I should just cut you first, you great oaf.
Ow! I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Yo-lo-lo-lo-lo-lo. Sorry, we can catch up about German next time.
Please don't. I swear, there's something real familiar about.
A few days later, on the Thousand Sunny.
It's over. Gonna die.
So hot. I did. I'm trembling up. Hey, ice cream. Sanji, food, ice cream.
I can't take the heat. I wish I could remove my fur.
Indeed, we minks are susceptible to heat too.
It's so hot. I think I might turn into a mummy. A mummy. Nami, do you suppose that would count as a rejuvenation for me?
Who cares?
In that case, I have a little peek at your panties.
I don't even have the energy to smack you.
Nami, I'm so hungry and hot.
I need nutrients.
Lack of food, an inability to fish due to days of storms. Finally, it's sunny again. We've got to catch some fish before the weather changes again. Or we'll all starve before we reach our destination. I'd love to do that, Nami. But the water's so hot it's boiling beneath us. What? We won't get any fish this way.
Emergency food supply.
Don't look at me like that!
Luffy, you've got a bite on the line.
Food.
Capone Game Veggie, Al Capone, of course, Gotti, John Gotti, and Vito Genovese. Or Genovese. Those first two I understand. Those first two I've heard of, but I never heard of Vito Genovese before. Might need to look him up.
Food! Pull, Luffy! Come on, Luffy, you can do it!
And it's this big, large fish that flies out of the ocean towards the sunny.
Food! Yes!
Get out.
It's enormous!
Whoa! It's a weird color, though. Is it edible? Wait, Luffy! I got to look up this fish first!
And then Chopper goes to look up the fish.
Where's the book of fish? Sheesh, everything on Sanji's bookshelf is full of naked people. Found it! Luffy! Watch out for the skin! There's poison in that kind of fish's skin! Look, Lon Sanji even included a note!
Ah, this skin is great. Here, try it out, Carrot.
Ew, that part is slimy!
Wait, Luffy, I'll cook it.
And Luffy's not wasting any time and he's just eating the skin off of the fish.
Luffy!
And then it cuts to everyone eating food.
It's so good! It's so good, Nami!
And everyone's eating. Except for Luffy.
Well, I just cooked it just the way Sanji noted. You eat up too, Chopper. You need your strength.
Ugh, so cold.
Luffy's gonna die! I don't have enough medicine! Yum! We gotta find an island soon, Nami! Yum!
See, this is the moment where Chopper was eating food. He kept saying yum over and over again. It wasn't all the way back then, because I remember I did this same line and I thought this was it. But it was really at this moment where Chopper is like reluctantly eating food and he's crying over Luffy's predicament. But he's all like,
We gotta save Luffy! Yum!
I loved it how, what is her name? What is her name? Her name is, hold on. I gotta look up her name. Because she's the voice actor, she's the English voice actor for Chopper, but she's incredibly versatile as a voice actress. Brina Palencia. Yes. Her ability to be the voice of Chopper and just be so versatile. So versatile with all of her characters is just phenomenal. I mean, she's Mad Moxie. She's Mineta in My Hero. Where else? What else has she been in? She's Puar, Chiaotzu, and Aurelie, and Dragon Ball. She's got a very extensive Juvia as well. She's got a very versatile voice. So her voice acting for Chopper in this moment in the anime was just entertaining to see.
I don't have enough medicine! Yum! We gotta find an island soon, Nami! Yum!
I know that, but we can't just snap our fingers and find land. And remember how the book said that the poison caused instant death? Well, Luffy's still alive. Maybe he has some powerful resistance to it?
Luffy, are you gonna die?
Goes, Carrot. I'm fine. I'm just looking at the pretty river.
His vitality is topped among all of humanity!
His vitality is topped among all of humanity.
His vitality is topped along all of humanity. I think this is Brooke saying it.
He's looking at the river Styx!
Like, Luffy is seeing that light at the end of the tunnel.
Based on the passage of time, Blackleg should already be at the island. We're bound to catch up to the territory any moment now.
Huh? What is it now, Snow? What is it now? Snow? Wait, no, those are sugar clouds?
Exactly. That's a cotton candy flurry.
Did you say cotton candy?
Beep, 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 beep. Territory sea slugs, which is detecting the sunny going through the water. It's a transponder snail, but from whom?
It's just intercepting the warning signal. We've entered Big Mom's territory. You gotta hide or get into disguise.
Cotton candy! It's so sweet!
I see something ahead, Peckums.
Darn, already? That'll be our Todd scout ship. This I'll handle. You all stay quiet. Get out!
I hope they got antibodies.
Huh?
This is Germa. We identify this as the ship of the Straw Hat crew.
No! That ship belongs to Germa Double Six!
As someone with a curly eyebrow takes their shades down and they look down at Nami and company.
What?
And that's the end of chapter 825. Onwards to 826. But first, another SBS. Question. I want the cat viper's birthday to be November 22nd, since it can be interpreted as good meow meow. Is that okay? Signed, I love cats. Answer. What? Okay. Question. Hey, Maso! The guy in the SBS of Volume 81 whose birthday was December 14th. I've come to make, hey, Maso, the guy in the SBS of Volume 81 whose birthday was December 14th. I've come to make your dream come true. Pika's birthday will be December 14th, because it sounds kind of like controls stone freely. Did I say December 19th again? I'm sorry, December 14th. Pika's birthday will be December 14th, because it kind of sounds like controls stone freely. What do you say, Orachi? Sign, Pitera. Answer. How kind! Masao was upset that no character shared his birthday. Well, there you go. You have to speak in a
Funny high-pitched voice from now on. Charles Stone!
Question. Hesso, Oda-sensei! I was checking the birthday list and noticed that none of the Alabastan characters aside from Vivi had birthdays, so I did my best to fill them in. King Cobra, February 13th. Boo, Kobura is 2. The King card is 13. Karu, November 8th. Ka and Yu are a 118 on a phone keypad. Pell, August 23rd. Falcon is Hayabusa. Habusa is 823. Chaka, April 26. Jackal, Jikaru is 426. Koza, May 26. Koza is 526 on a phone keypad. And then Igaram, December 6. Igamu is 126. What do you think of that? Sign he, age 20.
What?
Okay. Chapter 826, 0 and 4. Decks of the World, 500 Million Man Arc, Volume 17. Former Muggy Kingdom, tilling the old battleground. As we have Mihawk, who's eating some rice balls with all of the humandrills as he's, tilling some fields and, planting cabbage, while Perona's there looking at the news of Zoro's exploits in Dressrosa. And we have this giant pair of eyes looking down from a snail. Giant pair of eyes looking down from a snail down, while another person with the person with the curly eyebrows looking down, and Peckums is looking up at this person. What are you doing here, Straw Hat crew?
Furl the sails! We're going to crash!
Master Sanji wouldn't be escorted on this ship. Looks like we've missed him. So it seems.
Sanji! Hi, Sanji!
Yo! Oh, good! We found him already!
What good luck.
Sanji! Hey, Sanji! Luffy's dying from eating a poisoned fish! Are there any antidotes on that ship?
Why do you keep calling me Sanji?
Huh?
You've got the wrong guy. I don't blame you, though. My name is Yonji.
Germa 66, Winch Green, Vinsmoke Yonji. And it cuts to a person whose eyebrows look exactly like Sanji's, but in a different direction, and he has swept back green hair. I know this because of the anime. There's no color in the actual manga.
That's not Sanji, but Yonji! They look identical! He's even got the twirly eyebrows, but he's not the same person?
My connection to this Sanji you know so well is a secret, however.
That's obviously his brother!
Huh?
So he has a younger brother.
Huh? How can you tell he's the younger one?
Note, San means 3, and Yon means 4 in Japanese. Sanji. Yonji. 3G. 4G. So if there's a San and there's a Yon, then there needs to be an Ich and an E.
What? How? Huh? How can you tell he's the younger one?
Wow, what a hottie!
It was you, Sanji!
As Yonji is behaving just like Sanji does when a hot woman's in front of him.
Master Yonji! Yes, let's pull back. This was a waste of time.
Sanji!
I'm Yonji!
As Luffy is going through the worst of this poisoning.
Luffy! His rashes are spreading! His resistance is ebbing away! This must be some poison! Luffy already has very strong antibodies! He's in great danger! Luffy, get a grip! Luffy! It's just some stupid fish poison! Aren't you going to be the king of the pirates? Don't die, Luffy! Please! You must have antidotes on board! We used all ours, and it's still not enough!
If you're Sanji's brother, then we beg you, please save Luffy!
Sorry, I'm not into helping others. If you're really pirates, why don't you try plundering our ship for the cure?
What's his problem? He looks just like Sanji, but he sure isn't. Only the playboy part is the same.
He's not kind and gentle at all!
Just give the order to fight.
And Pedro's already like, all right, we'll take it. Just tell me when. Say when. Say when. I'll be your Huckleberry. Say when. I love Pedro so much.
Yonji, stop being so uptight.
As someone comes in and kicks Yonji directly in the face and tries to kick him in the face, he blocks it, but he still gets sent hurtling into the ocean. Master Yonji!
Who was that?
Luffy!
Lady Reiju!
Luffy! Intruder! Who goes there?
Goes Carrot as she immediately goes on the defensive.
Good day. I'm sorry about this. I'm afraid my little brother is a heartless, unsympathetic creep.
Brother? You're his big sister? More twirly eyebrows?
What beauty! Germa 66, Poison Pink, Vinsmoke Reiju.
Reiju! How dare you embarrass me like that?
Shut your mouth. You're embarrassing yourself.
Is that fellow floating?
Germa's a battle force that utilizes science to fight. That's the power Mama wants.
But Beckham's, isn't Vinsmoke the name of a royal dynasty? A noble family that conquered North Blue with military might ages ago.
What? It's that famous a line?
That's right. That's right. Our name is synonymous with evil, was synonymous with evil, at one time. And that's why we were the models of that comic strip.
You seem to know a lot about history, Mr. Skeleton.
Goes Reiju to Brooke. I've been alive a long time, and dead too, for that matter.
But it isn't all in the past. We're still a royal line. Germa is a nation without land. We own no territory, but we have the right to attend the reverie.
Oh, my pardon, madam.
In that case,
might I have a peek at your panties?
Knock it off!
Goes Nami.
Huh.
as Yonji is sitting up on his ship, looking.
And now, I think it's time I dig in. I think it's time to dig in. These symptoms. Did he eat the armored stonefish from the boiling sea?
What? How did you know?
This poison has very particular effects. He's quite a glutton. It can kill a giant on contact normally.
What? Oh no, I'm a failure of a doctor! Oh!
He's very lucky, though, because it happens. This poison is my favorite.
As Reiju licks her lips. And then the next thing we see is Reiju just starts sucking face with Luffy, going,
Down the hatch.
Wait! What? Wait a minute! You'll die if you suck out all that poison!
"Oh, I'm so jealous! Oh, smooch! Not that I have any lips to do it with." And it shows Reiju sucking out all the poison from Luffy's body.
Huh? The rashes are moving to her! Huh? Wow!
As the cape on Reiju's back grows larger, and she's just drawing out all the poison from Luffy. And Luffy's feet are just in the air from this kiss of life. Itadakimasu! And then Luffy's body just falls back. And then Reiju just leans back with her mouth still, kind of steaming from the poison. She's like, ah. You know those types of scenes where her mouth is just steaming from the poison that she's just eaten.
Ah.
What? All of Luffy's rashes are gone! Did you suck it all out? Are you okay?
Yes, of course. I am poison pink.
And then Luffy's just laying there asleep with every trace of the poison being in his body being completely gone.
Thanks for the meal.
And she just licks her lips again. "Whoa!" goes Brooke.
Ah! Luffy!
And then everyone is happy to see that Luffy's alive again.
Luffy! I'm so glad! You're all better now? You're all better now?
Huh? I was just eating the fish. Did I fall asleep? But that skin was so good. Is there any left? No! Goes Nami. And then Luffy looks up at Reiju. Sanji?
She's a girl!
You're right. Who?
She saved your life, Luffy!
Huh? Thanks. Wait, what? And then Reiju is just laughing. So that's Straw Hat Luffy.
Thanks for all you've done for my brother up until now.
Oh, you're Sanji's big sister?
Yes, we were separated at a young age, and our father has always been searching for him. 2 years ago, there was a bounty poster resembling Sanji, so father had Navy HQ in hot pursuit after him. It turned out to be a different person named Duval.
Oh, Duval! Yes, Sanji was furious about that.
It wasn't until recently, with the revival of the Straw Hat crew, that Blackleg Sanji was finally captured on film. When the government told us, my father personally bumped up the bounty and had Dead or Alive turned into Only Alive on the poster.
So that's why Sanji's poster said that.
Where's Sanji now?
I don't know, with Big Mom probably, or father. We were supposed to come out to meet and escort him, but it seems we've missed him.
Sanji's sister! Thanks for saving my life. But give Sanji back! He's my companion! And it cuts to Reiju, who's silent but still smiling in front of Luffy. See there? You saved an enemy. You're Peckham's from the Big Mom Pirates, aren't you? Why are you with the Straw Hat crew? I've got my own business to conduct, and it ain't none of your business. Get out! Me and you people ain't got no relation yet.
That's true.
As Reiju jumps from the Sunny all the way to her ship. Now, mind you, earlier when Yonji came up out of the water and Brooke was all like, "You're floating in the air!" They literally have shoes that allow them to just float into the air, like they're just floating up out of the water. Yonji was floating up out of the water. And Reiju just uses those same type of shoes to launch all the way up to their Germa ship again. And she lands so daintily on the edge right next to Yonji.
I suppose that for now, we'll pretend we didn't see anything.
Good idea. We don't want to get in trouble by ruining our brother's marriage. Let's both agree to exercise discretion. Very smart plan. Get out! So long.
Best of luck!
And then it has Yonji looking at the wanted poster of Nami with heart eyes, with Yureiju giving that trademark, like, exasperated sweat dot on the back of her head. Then we have Luffy.
That's right. Absolutely certain. Straw Hat Luffy's on board and everything. So what's the plan, Jinbei?
And that's the end of chapter 826. Onwards to the... Well, first we got an SBS. And then we can move on to the final chapter of not only this volume, but also to the last chapter and end of my entire One Piece series. Man, I'm getting kind of nervous because to think that what I started back in, you know what? I'll save the words for the end. I'll save it for the end. Question: Oda-sensei, please draw the pirate captains who joined the Straw Hat Fleet as children. Please! Signed, thank you, pirates. Answer: here you go. And we have Bartolomeo when he was a child, and he was a rambunctious kid eating ice cream and getting one that has a wind stick on it. Then we have Leo, who is young, very young at this, very young, holding a chestnut that kind of, I guess, reminds him of Nolan. Then we have Harudin, who is young at this age, as a child eating some meat, wearing the same type of helmet he would later wear in life, and wielding a giant sword on his back. Then we have Orlumbus, who's, I guess, studying somewhere. We have Ideo, who's very young with his long arms. We have Cavendish and Farul, who have been together, I guess, since childhood. And then we have Sai, who even at such a young age was still training to be later to be part of the Aposui army. That's it for the SBS. There's more info about the upcoming movie at the end of the book. See you next time. Final chapter of this volume and final chapter of my 3-month-long One Piece series. Chapter 827, Totoland. Decks of the World, 500 Million Man Arc, Volume 18. Kamabaka Queendom, making preparations. Ivankov and all the Kamabaka, the Okamas, are just making the place look all nice because apparently they're expecting company.
Oh ho! Yes, I see. Forgive me. I was so certain you were on an enemy ship. So you're saying you stole this ship from pirates? Oh, does this mean you might be carrying something sweet on board?
Of course.
Well, Mama will be delighted.
It's a surprise. Don't report the ship to Mama.
Oh, how lovely. Oh ho ho ho! Most certainly. What a charming gentleman you are, Master Peckham's.
As it cuts to this one soldier that serves on this island.
Chopper, look! Look, Chopper! Check out the different kinds of people!
Awesome!
And not only that, all the bricks and houses and everything are made of chocolate!
A whole ton of chocolate? It's like a dream come true!
A chocolate fountain!
Chocolate Chocolate!
Chocolate baths!
Chocolate clothes?
And then we see the Sunny. And Nami and Carrot are dressed up in brand new clothing.
Wow, this is cute. You look lovely, Nami. How is it? Do I look like a pirate?
And we see that since Nami's dress that she's wearing, it's very short. It's like very short. And Brooke is just laying down behind her, looking up at Nami, just sipping on some tea, like, don't mind me, just enjoying the view.
How does it look? How is it? Do I look like a pirate,
And then it shows Brooke with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lumps on his head. 1 lump, 2 lump, 3 lump, 4 lump, 5 lumps. It's a tower of leaning lumps on the head of Brooke for looking up Nami's skirt.
It'll take another day to reach Whole Cake Island.
I'll step on you.
I feel like there are many people that want that to happen, Nami. Be very careful saying that in the open. Because Brooke might be into that. I know a lot of people are into that. Be very careful.
I'll step on you. Go and load up on
food supplies.
Sure thing. Look, Peckham's, there are people of all races here. Even minks. What a wonderland.
That's Mama's dream, you see. A land where all the peoples of the world can live together without discrimination.
What?
It has everything in this world. Think of this as a great nation. There are 34 other islands scattered across Whole Cake Island, and they are managed by 34 different ministers. This entire stretch of sea is known as Totoland, the total of all lands.
That depends on where she steps. Yeah, there's one, specifically for dudes, I'm pretty sure a lot of them don't mind. Well, actually, you know what? There are some people who don't even mind that either. I know what you mean. There's a couple of people, far less than the norm, who actually enjoy being stepped all over, including that one spot that you're referring to, Ozzy. There are just some people who are masochistic like that. Couldn't be me. Ever.
There are 34 other islands scattered across Whole Cake Island, and they are managed by 34 different ministers. This entire stretch of sea is known as Tataland, the total of all lands. This here's Chocolate Town, on Cacao Island, which is run by the Minister of Chocolate. The entire town is built of chocolate.
It looks so yummy! I love chocolate. Can I eat some Peckhams?
You're free to eat as much chocolate as you like here, but the chocolate tiles on the roofs are against the law. Otherwise, they can't stand up to the elements anymore. The glass windows are under the jurisdiction of the Minister of Candy, and the pillars belong to the Minister of Biscuits. And a bunch of things aside from chocolate are either privately owned or public property.
This sounds really complicated.
We ain't here to take a break. Come back right away. Get out! I've got to stay on the ship since folks will recognize me, but I love chocolate. Make sure to bring me some.
Okay!
Hey, Straw Hat, if you're gonna go too, stop wasting time and get disguised.
Luffy and Chopper? They already went into town.
What? No! If it gets out that I brought you people here, what do you think will happen to me? Tread carefully!
Oh, don't worry. We'll find them right away.
Cafe Eaters!
They're over there.
You gotta be kidding me!
And there's chatter going on as we see that a whole building has been eaten.
The chocolate walls are one thing. They can be replaced later. But you ate the entire cafe! You ate not only chocolate, but candy, marshmallows, plus almonds and jelly beans.
As it shows Chopper and Luffy, who basically just gorge themselves on eating an entire house. All the way down to its foundations. Luffy, I can understand being able to withstand all that much food, but Chopper is the same size as Luffy in terms of them being fat and filled with food.
You have committed the crime of snackalism, of private property. I'm hauling you in. Come to the station with me.
Listen, pal, there's a really good reason for this.
Oh yeah? Let's hear it.
It was too good to stop.
That does it. You idiots are coming with me. You're under arrest.
Oh no, he's arresting them.
We can't cause a ruckus, Pedro. As Brooke and Pedro are in disguise.
Wait! Mr. Choco Police!
Huh? Carpet. And we have someone flying on an actual carpet, flying carpet.
Oh, it's the cafe owner. Just look at this. Your business. A flying carpet.
Oh my goodness!
Even worse, here's the owner of the cafe.
Look how much you laughed! You didn't keep your word to me! Honestly.
Cafe Caramel owner. Nitro the jelly, and Rabian the carpet.
Huh? Do we know her?
No, who is that? And what's that on her shoulder? Especially when the harmony of jam, biscuit, and chocolate here was a particular masterpiece of mine. Here, eat up!
As this woman forces food into the mouth of Luffy.
Is it good?
Oh, pardon me, ma'am. I did not realize they were dismantling expired products.
Yes, I hired them to do it.
You've got to follow code, boys. There needs to be a sign up when you're working. There were still customers inside. Well, I'll leave you to it.
Thank you, officer. I'm sorry about the disturbance, everyone.
Oh, so it wasn't a crime after all.
Oh, and while I have the chance, might I add, congratulations on your marriage, Lady Pudding.
Don't tire yourself out working so hard with the wedding
Oh, wait.
Don't tire yourself out working so hard with the wedding so near. We all just want you to be happy.
Thank you.
So this Cafe Caramel owner is none other than the 34th daughter of, 35th. The daughter of Big Mom getting married to Sanji Pudding herself.
Looks like someone stepped in to save them.
Who is that girl? She's so nice.
They're very lucky.
Yo! That's just the power of the future king of the pirates.
Huh? Captain Pedro! I haven't seen you in ages!
And Pedro immediately shuts his mouth so that no one can recognize him. My eye itches. What brings you?
I'm sightseeing. Don't tell anyone. Of course. It's an honor to see you again.
You know someone here, Pedro?
I'll explain later.
Oh, so your name is Pudding. Thanks, you really saved us there.
Oh no, not at all. I'm the one who should be thanking you
How come?
for what you said. That it was too good to stop. Ah!
And Pudding starts getting embarrassed.
The chocolate at that cafe is a new recipe I devised. Did it melt in your mouth properly? I put high purity beet sugar into the cocoa butter for sweetness, added the milk, and then mixed it for 3 days and nights at 84 degrees. I swear hearing those compliments is going to make me cry.
Why, what a sweetheart, goes Brooke. So you like making chocolate?
I love sweet stuff.
As it shows Chopper eating the table.
This place is heaven. The whole town smells like chocolate. Even the table is chocolate. I'm glad.
Goes Pudding. Well, Pudding, we'd love to sit around and thank you properly, but we're actually in a hurry.
Really? That's too bad. How about a quick cup of tea then, to wash down all that sugar? I haven't heard your names yet.
Oh, I'm Luffy. That man will be king of...
Stop that!
Goes Nami as Luffy just screams that out. And then Pudding goes,
Huh?
and then we have Whole Cake Island. And then we have one of the greatest moments in One Piece history for this arc in the beginning of it. Now, here's the thing. I stopped watching the dub of One Piece and took a break from it, and I just haven't caught up the moment before this happens in the town. So the last episode I saw was when Reiju introduced herself to Luffy and the crew. So I'm really just getting reminded of what I forgot to watch from One Piece onwards. I'm happy we got to this point. Whole Cake Island. Boom 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 boom. Mama! How many more days until the PT party? 3 days, mama! And it's just a big old musical numbers. I see, and the Gemma boy, he is here, mama, 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 mama. It's a wedding day. I know they don't have the lyrics for the Big Mom song. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find the Big Mom song. Let me see if I can find it. I know they have a Funimation version. Okay. Let me see. Come on, please, some of you got it. Mama. How much longer will it be till we have a tea party? Only 3 days, mama.
Is that so? Tell me what is to be done with Gemma-san. You will have him, mama.
Couches, sofas, dressers, teapots, do.
Our wedding day shall be as festive the cake shall be. Our cake so lovely, the design and the prize, the design divine, and the prize, don't be so thirsty, and the ingredients, take them, blood will flow if they resist. But I'm just going off of how the song goes in the Funimation dub, but let me go how it goes here in the book. 3 days, mama. I see. And the Gemma boy?
He's here, mama.
It's a wedding. How about the cake? The wedding cake!
Wedding cakey.
How's the design? It's just fine. And the budget? Extravagant. And the ingredients? Only the finest. Through murder and death. Eggs? Acquired. Eggs. Acquired. Flour.
acquired. Do-do-do-do-do. Acquired.
Fruit!
Acquired.
And the taste?
We'll guarantee it. I know for a fact that I am butchering this song. Bear with me. Bear with me. I know I'm butchering it. I know. But it's my last time reading chapters like this, so I might as well go all out doing it the way I want.
Let's all eat a tasty cake. It's the sweetest deal to make. The tea party from hell. Is it strawberry? Is it strawberry jam or someone's blood? Either one is fine. If you're invited, you have to come. A demonic sacrifice for our sweet pastime. This is our beloved land of dreams. A country where people come together. It's Totland!
The musical number is far better, both the sub version and the Funimation version. I am not doing it any justice. I'm not.
Oh, wait. Oh, I can't wait. He's here, you say? He's here.
Yeah, yes, he is here.
Mugiwara.
And that is the end. That is the end of chapter 827.
Mugiwara.
And Big Mom licks her lips as we finally get a full view. We finally get a full view of Big Mom and what she actually looks like. And the fact that she says Straw Hat is here, it means that she fully knows that Luffy is here. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I butchered the song of the tea party. I know I did because I have the song right here, right next to Bink's sake. The finest cake you'll eat. There's such sweet insanity. Tea time in hell, what the party? Is this strawberry jam? Either way, I don't give a darn. And if you don't show, you'll sleep down below. Maybe we'll be sacrificial. Oh, it's a dreamland of joy never ending. Everyone is welcome in harmony splendid. Totland! And then it says like, I heard that he's here. It is truly near. It is. Oh, it's true.
You're mine, Straw Hat.
And that's how she does it in the English dub. I gotta see those episodes. Do you think that Sheep's Head was one of the broker silhouettes that talked about Jack after Caesar's defeat? I think it is. I'll probably have to go back and look at it. But, to be honest, you hate musicals? I can understand. I was kind of done with musicals after Frozen, and I was like, I can't take singing anymore. Then I saw the Bloody Tea Party song of Big Mom, and I was all like, you know what? Maybe musicals ain't all that bad. But, we're done, ladies and gentlemen. This marks the end of Volume 82. I had fun. I had fun reading both just this volume, and I just want to say, I'm gonna pace myself because I don't want to start getting teary-eyed or anything, but this has been one of the most fun things. I'm okay. I'm good. Okay, I'm good. But this has been one of the most fun things I have done for this channel in a long time. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to entertain you by reading you One Piece from chapter 1 all the way to chapter 827. 82 days of me dedicating time to reading One Piece to all of you. So much time. And now I can say I've read all of One Piece. I can say that I read it all. This was an amazing journey to see One Piece from its very beginning and know everything about One Piece. It's been one of the most funnest things I've ever done. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for allowing me to do this. I loved it. Every single second, I loved it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I know we've had some ups and downs with this whole series. How am I going to order the playlist? I already have it separate. So I changed my playlist for my One Piece manga. It in the past, it just strictly said One Piece. It just says, good thing that it ended, your back hurts. Like you were carrying this entire series. Like you were, how is your back hurting? I'm the one who did all the work. Oh, we have 10 chapters today. Oh, we have 11 chapters today. I'm the one who's reading. I'm the one who's doing all the voice acting. Screaming my head off. Sweating. But, yeah, I know what you mean, Kohagen. I'm messing with you. I know you're messing with me. But I reordered my playlist for when I started reading One Piece initially, and instead of it just being One Piece manga, it says One Piece manga chapter 828 onwards, 828 plus, and then the playlist I did for volume 1 all the way down to 82, which falls exactly where I needed it to, so you can go from that first playlist all the way into when I started doing One Piece, and it goes from 1 all the way to where it is right now. But so I've already arranged it. But Kohagen, you did your thing. Let me just say that. I know we joke around a whole lot, but Kohagen coming in here every single time, let me know if my audio was not right. Let me know how many chapters we have to go through so we could see how long we would take. Kohagen, you by far one of the realest ones. I am so glad I made you a moderator because you have been consistent. And I just want to say it is an honor and privilege to count you as one of my most trusted on this channel. Thank you. Remember Gary Oldman talking about how voice acting in Call of Duty and said it was like a screaming match all day. Imagine how it is for people who do voice act in Dragon Ball. But yeah, that's how I got the playlist arranged now. Now it just says chapters 1 playlist, which is what all the volumes go from chapters 1 to 827. And then the playlist that is currently always being updated with every new chapter of One Piece is chapters 828 plus. Just 828 plus, because we don't know how far One Piece is going to go. Once we reach the end of One Piece, that's when I will finally update the playlist name to when it has that final chapter. But as it stands right now, it's just 828 plus. But we're done, ladies and gentlemen, at almost getting close to like 3 hours of me doing this. Thank you, everybody. Ozzy, Kohagen, Ogata-san, Sir Cashalot, Velicor, good to see you. Quiet listener. Hey, I hope you enjoyed yourself during all of these readings. It was amazing. Thank you. Now I can truly say that I'm really a big One Piece fan because I read everything One Piece related, which is great. Well, read every chapter of One Piece, so I can count myself as among the individuals who read it from the beginning all the way onwards. But now I can rest. So much time I've dedicated, so many of my 12 o'clock times I've dedicated to doing this series for 3 months in a row. And I just want to say, it's been great, it's been fun, but the time has come for me to go. I had so much fun entertaining y'all. Till the next time, maybe the next show, I'll see you when I see you. But yes, at the end of the day, all I can say to everyone right now is thank you for making this one of the most fun things I've ever done for One Piece. And now I can get back to just resting. All I can say is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you enjoyed what you saw here today, then please, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share the stream with everyone you know, because the more the merrier. And because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples. Gather up all of the crew. It's time to ship out Binks's brew. Wave goodbye, but don't you cry. Our memories remain. Our days are but a passing dream, everlasting though they seem. Beneath the moon we'll meet again. The winds are lullaby. Yo ho yo ho yo ho yo ho yo yo. Gather up all of the crew. It's time to ship out Binks's brew. Sing a song and play along for all the oceans wide. After all is said and done, you'll end up a skeleton. So spread your tail from dawn till dusk upon these foamy seas. Yo ho ho 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 yo